Why, what's up, everybody? It's Wes and Andy back for our special time slot this week. It's Random Fandom Thursday night.
Yep.
Hope everybody had a wonderful, awesome Halloween this week.
Treats and fun.
I did not. I was busy going and getting new winter tires on the car.
Adulting.
We did leave a bowl of candy outside for the kiddos. And I said to my wife as we came home, I said, that thing is either going to be like barren or it will be untouched. And I've had far too much chocolate this week. So that tells you the answer. We got Adam from Go Figure. Hey, hey, hey. And hey to you, sir. Hope all is well. Special time slot this week because of Halloween, which means we had extra time to put extra stuff. So it is a jam-packed episode of stuff for us to chew on this week. What are we going? What do you put? Are you guys searching the Dollaramas for the retro Mandalorian figures at Dollarama?
Actually,
what?
I found them today.
What? As a matter of fact, well, I am not. Andy, I know that's more your thing.
Well, I found them and I had them in hand and I looked at them and I'm like, you know what?
I mean, but on the price. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Price point and all?
Price point and all, yeah.
At the $5 price point?
Yep.
They are at the $5 price point.
They are.
Yeah. I'm not looking for them. Now, I did. Yes, hang around if you want to see that segment later on. I made a conscious decision not to do 3 3/4 because that was my childhood. And when I came back to collecting as an adult, I fully embraced the larger format
version.
Yeah, I did. So 6-inch Black Series has been my thing. I appreciate the retro collection for what it is.
If you're a collector of like that original
Sure,
line, and you want to extend
figures
it,
that will fit right in with your existing figures. Yeah, of course.
Same style, same aesthetic.
We got a comment from Facebook. Woohoo! Random Fandom. Thank you, Random Fandom viewer. Anonymous Random Fandom viewer. Random viewer? Random Fandom?
Fandom viewer.
Fandom Random Fandom? Whatever. It's too much. I am not a modern figure guy, but at that price point, they were tempting. That absolutely for all kinds of reasons.
They fit into that retro vintage, right?
I think there's all kinds of things. Personally, I think there's a bunch of. I mean, at $5 a figure, I wouldn't. If I was a customizer, I would have no qualms about buying everything and then part swapping them to Franken figure, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
I want to make my own custom bounty hunter with Han Solo's head, like, sure, why not? Let's do that.
Yeah, go for it.
Why not? Speaking of Star Wars action figures, did you see I think you saw it. The vintage collection, Life Day Chewie?
Yes. We're going to talk about him in a bit because he's neat.
I have some opinions on that one. And it makes me smile and it makes me laugh in the best way. Because there's a whole lot of nerd rage out there right now. Oh, it's Major, and I am random indeed. Major Medina, 50% of Reflex Point, a Robotech podcast. If you haven't checked that one out,
why? Go check it out now or after our show.
All episodes, all currently recorded episodes streaming now on all of your audio podcast platforms of choice. There's even a few over on the Reflex Point YouTube channel. You can catch out a few collaborative videos that we did together.
Joint efforts.
Yeah, a lot of fun. A little storytelling that we got to do, which was a lot of fun. Adam says Life Day Chewie makes the holiday special canon. That is so true. I love it. All the naysayers out there. Oh my God.
So how long until we get Mrs. Chewie?
Nala.
Yeah.
Oh, you
can't do one without doing the other.
So that if you're gonna have Nala, then you gotta have Lumpy. You gotta have Lumpy. That's the boy. And then Itchy.
Well,
Itchy was the grandfather.
Yeah, but stir whip.
Stir whip, whip, stir. Whee!
Gotta have one for that.
A Gormunda.
Yes.
I was thinking we gotta have a oh wow. Apparently, I gotta check that. I get that all the time. Man.
Oh, thank you.
Andy, looking good as always. Yes, of course.
I need a shave though.
What are we talking about? I thought you were letting it come in.
I'm there.
Gotta have a B. Arthur.
Yes.
If we're gonna get the B. Arthur, I want the Art Carney to go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just do a box set, the Life Day special.
Wow, we could just completely forego all of tonight's topics and just like
Dial in on Lifey Chewy.
listen. Before we get to the business at hand, we should probably open up the show as we do each week with another dose of what we like to call
Random Fandom Trivia.
All right, you got something for us this week?
I do got something.
All right, what is it?
So this week, question.
Yeah, okay.
On this day, November 2nd, in 1947,
Oh,
Howard Hughes flew a 1-mile flight in the world's largest aircraft.
oh,
What was the name of that craft? And bonus points if you know the nickname of said craft.
oh. See, now I would think that I would only know the nickname. I don't think I actually know the actual designation of the aircraft, but that's cool. That is very cool.
Go figure.
While everybody's chewing on that, oh wait, yeah, there's okay. Adam says if you had to pick one to stay canon, would it be Holiday Special or The Last Jedi? Oh, can I split my vote?
Yeah.
Can I split my vote?
Why not?
So of all of the, I actually like The Last Jedi. I mean, I don't embrace it the same. I'm not crazy about it, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it. There's nothing in it that didn't not work. Yes, there were some contrivances and you had to sort of like go, okay, I guess that's okay.
And Mark,
but it was okay.
Wasn't super happy with it.
Well, no, and I understand that. But I absolutely love the animated segment of the holiday special. And if anything, that needs to be canon. That's our Canadian content. That's our Canadian connection to Star Wars. That's Nelvana Studios, who did Droids and Ewoks.
Speaking of,
we've talked about that quite a few times, actually.
I didn't even realize it, but retro reissue Ewok figures are out now.
3 3/4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's the same way they did the Droids line. Yeah.
Yep.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. I don't know. I only know the nickname. I don't know the name of the aircraft. The Howard Hughes aircraft. Anybody got an idea or an answer? Adam's got an answer. What's he saying?
Adam.
We got one. Anybody else? Well, what's Adam saying?
Adam's saying
the Spruce Moose. I like it. I like it.
Well, that's the nickname.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Is it real?
It
Moose.
is.
Spruce Moose.
Oh, the Spruce Moose.
No.
The Spruce Moose was Monty Burns. Get in, Smithers.
The Spruce Moose. Yeah. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. That's confusing me. Because the actual answer
is close.
It's close.
It is.
Do you want to start with the nickname?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
The Spruce Goose.
The Spruce Goose.
But the actual aircraft, I did not know this.
Was the H-4 Hercules.
H-4 Hercules. When I think of Hercules, I think of C-130.
Mm-hmm.
The cargo plane.
Yeah. This was the Spruce Goose, first conceived during World War II when German submarines were sinking hundreds of Allied ships. Henry Kaiser conceived the idea and then convinced Howard Hughes to design and build it.
Oh, wow.
So he, jumped to the task, and it's like the world's largest wooden aircraft.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. It only flew once.
Just one time.
Just one time.
And then what happened?
Then they shelved it.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So it is Random Fandom. It's Thursday. This is for episode number 37 for the week of November 2nd. It's the week of Halloween here, I guess, in everywhere.
Yeah.
Adam saying, what's he saying here? Living in Trenton, there were Hercs everywhere. Absolutely. And we still see them around our area every once in a while.
Yeah.
Everybody was all excited because there was a Globemaster floating around about, I don't know, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago.
Neat.
Every time I see a military aircraft, I don't even think twice about it. I haven't been in the green machine for a bunch of years. I don't think about it. But living in rural Ontario and you see any kind of military aircraft, and then you just have to go to any of the community groups, and it's like a million. What are they doing? What's happening? Are we going to war? What's going on?
Why did that thing fly over?
Pilots got to get hours.
Yeah. TJC joined us here.
TJC all the way from someplace else. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Is that a new logo?
looks to be a new logo.
That's a new logo. That's got some Sega vibes and looks like some Nintendo vibes.
Nintendo
on there.
Power,
I
maybe?
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the slanted font on the
Mhm.
Nintendo cartridge box.
Yeah.
I do like that. That's a nice combination. That's awesome.
Adam, TJC,
Oh wait. You guys want to just have a conversation?
side chat.
Do you guys want the link? You guys can just come on. You just come on. Why
Yeah,
not?
go for it. Do we want more stats on the Hercules?
You got more?
Yeah, we do.
I mean, we do
they're up on
have
screen
we
here.
do have
Yeah.
a bunch of the stats here. You can go through them if you want.
Yeah, sure. 319 feet and 11 inches for the wingspan.
Well, no wonder they made it a seaplane.
Yeah. 218 feet and 8 inches long.
Sure.
79 feet and 4 inches high. That's huge.
And only a dry weight of 300,000 pounds.
Yeah. With a cruise speed of 150 miles per hour.
That's actually not that bad.
Mhm.
It's not that bad. My gosh. Remember in 1998 when the Russian plane crashed in Trenton? In 98. I don't recall that either. Do we know, was it a Russian cargo plane? Was it like an Antonov slid off the runway kind of deal? Like, was it an actual like thunder in crash? Because I don't remember.
Me neither. DJC says, good eye.
Oh, good eye.
Glad you like the new logo.
I do. I think it's awesome,
Yeah.
to be honest. I think it's very cool. Makes me feel like we should start working on something. Wait, because we don't have enough of them already. TJC's retro gaming channel is second to none. Yes, and you should check it out if you have not already.
Yeah. But to the news at hand.
And I guess as is typical, because we want to get the bad news out of the way.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning of the show.
So Matthew Perry has died.
You sent this to me, and actually you were the first person that broke the news to me. I didn't get it before you'd sent it over. And the first thing I said was, I hope this is not a relapse for him.
Yeah. According to LAPD and whatnot. We got a call coming in already.
Call coming in. Hold on a second. Hello, you're live on Fandom Power. Hello.
Guys,
what's up?
Guys,
it's
it's
Major Medina.
Hey.
Major, how are you,
man.
sir?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
Couldn't be better considering it's October here in this part of Ontario. It's almost
That was like the fourth time I've tried to call you guys.
What?
I was just gonna say, so my dad was in the Air Force, right?
Oh wow, yeah.
He flew. He was a tech sergeant on a C-130 Hercules.
Very cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, that's obviously why I knew Spruce Goose.
I see it. I only think of the C-130 when I think of a Hercules. I didn't realize that the name had been used previously for the Howard Hughes aircraft. I didn't know that.
Right? Isn't that crazy?
I was tempted to, when Andy said, "What's the nickname?" I was tempted to say, "Catch me if you can."
and I'll reiterate again. I know it doesn't show my name on there, but Andy, looking good, buddy.
Thanks.
Man, I totally miss hanging out. We got to do something soon. I don't know what your schedule is like, but we should work on something. I don't know.
For sure.
Dealer's choice, I guess. All right.
Oh, we got a follow up to the Russian plane.
Oh, the Russian plane thing. So it was an emergency landing and they had security around it for about a week. That makes sense.
Make sure there's no Russian germs.
Well, the funny thing is, of all the years that I was in the military, before Canada bought the Starlifter, we actually relied a lot on foreign entities for our strategic lift capability, which a lot of times included renting these Russian Antonov aircraft. That's how we got our people overseas for quite a long time, and a lot of equipment as well.
Neat.
Now we just lock them up in Toronto because I think that Antonov is still sitting there. And I think the federal government is trying to
deport it.
No, they're trying to turn it over to the Ukraine, I think is what they're trying to do with it.
Oh, wouldn't that be like a irony thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Major, are you still there?
I am.
You are. I just wanted to say, have you got any more any pop culture or tidbits that you wanted to talk about this week that we may not be covering?
I don't. I don't.
Man, it's always
Um,
yeah. Go ahead.
would it be uncouth of me to just hang out?
No, not at all. In fact, are you near your computer?
I am.
I can send you the join link right now. I will send you the join link.
Yeah, might as well come right in.
You guys are too kind.
Oh no, man. You know what? This show is absolutely
Fan participation.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's completely
community participation.
Coming at you, sir.
Well, let me make it clear. I am a fan.
We're all fans.
As fans of stuff. As fans of stuff, as we are, we like to hang out with other fans of stuff and talk about the stuff we love. All right, so you should have the link now. I sent it to you through Facebook Messenger. You can make your way into the studio when you're ready, and we'll bring you in.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, we'll see you soon.
All right, thanks.
All right, bye-bye. What do we got? We got Red Swenson. Red, one of our patrons, could I be any sadder? Tell me about it, man. I just watched. We talked about this too. Did you watch the Friends reunion?
I've seen bits and pieces of it. I haven't seen the whole thing.
And he got a lot of criticism because it looked like he was kind of covering his face, and people were wondering, was there something going on? He just had dental work, but like, it was so good to see him and to see all of them really
back together.
Yeah. Rip Mrs. I don't think Red meant to say Mrs. Chandler Bong. Or maybe you did.
Maybe
I don't know.
There's a bong associated with Chandler.
Is this supposed to be? I mean, there's Chandler Bong. Oh, that's
it's like
funny.
that half-baked movie with Billy Bong Thornton and Wesley Pipes.
Oh, so maybe that is true. Maybe that was a truth, and I just didn't get it. Oh, doing a pop culture show, and I don't even know the references. Like, who am I?
There's so many references.
How am I up here hosting this dang show? It's a joke from the show. See, apparently I need to catch up on Friends.
I haven't seen it all.
All right. Well, like I said, I just hope this is not a relapse, and I hope that if and when the Office of the Medical Examiner releases whatever the issue is, that it's not drug related.
Yeah,
I know that he'd struggled. So, and by the way, speaking of struggling, have you seen like a lot of people have been focusing on the foundation that he started?
Yeah, I know he had put out a worded letter or something prior to his passing, saying, you know, Friends is great and all, but I would rather people remember me for what I did over here.
Yeah,
and there's foundations that he's done. He's always trying to help people, anybody that was like in struggle.
Oh, sure,
you know.
And and it would like to be remembered for that. Friends is good,
but
you know, helping people was more where he was at in his life at this point.
Yeah.
Well, should we turn it up a little bit? Maybe move to the next item. Maybe something a little more.
Well, our next item is nowhere.
Is equally sad.
It is equally sad.
Oh.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we've also lost Richard Mole.
Oh, I just saw that.
Yeah. Bull from Night Court.
I'm sorry. Is anybody else just discovering that he was Two-Face?
I know. And he played the Scorpion on the Spider-Man animated series.
How was I so out of touch with this?
I don't know.
I was a big animated series fan. I didn't realize that he was Two-Face.
Yeah. And he didn't just do it for the animated series. He also did a bunch of follow-up projects as well.
Oh, really?
So he continued on doing Harvey Dent and Two-Face.
It's funny because the new Night Court had just come back.
Yep.
And Roz has come back to the series as Roz.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, who else is still alive? And I thought, oh, maybe Richard Mall. Clearly, that's not going to happen right now. Yeah. Have you seen the new Night Court?
I've seen a couple episodes.
What do you think?
It's not bad.
I haven't yet to see it. It's
Bernadette
on my list. Does she?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bernadette.
She's not as Bernadette-ish.
She's always going to be Bernadette.
She is.
That's okay, though.
Yeah. But
I saw that Major just tried to join us there a few minutes ago, but I think he's having some equipment issues. Major, if you're still there, Turn your camera on. Turn your camera on. Turn your equipment on. Reboot.
Yep.
When in doubt, reboot.
He also had like a long history in film and stuff too, right?
Right.
Like,
Well,
a lot of I wouldn't say leading roles,
I
but
was going to say
supporting roles.
a lot of like, surprisingly, a number of thug-ish characters
Yeah.
that didn't have a lot of dialogue.
Yeah. Well, he had a lot of dialogue in the horror film House from 1985. He played Big Ben, the
Fair
soldier.
enough. Oh,
who,
look, you're looking at the wrong guy for horror stuff.
I know, but he's like they do a bunch of flashbacks to like the Vietnam War, and then he shows up as the ghost
really?
in the house
Okay.
trying to seek revenge. So
Interesting.
good movie.
Interesting stuff.
A little bit cheesy, but
And it just reminds me of my own mortality, and of course now at middle age, it's like, oh, my childhood is dying.
yeah,
As sad
as
as that
scary
sounds.
as it is.
As sad as that sounds. But it's up to people like us to keep it all alive.
Yep.
And we will.
With the help of YouTube.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Moving on though.
Right on.
Marvel executives are considering
Oh.
replacing Jonathan Majors Kang.
I saw that, and
Did you see with who though?
I did not see that.
Bring on the Doom.
Sure.
Dr. Doom.
I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. I thought you were going to tell me an actor. But there he is. Let's take a minute here. Let's give a warm fandom welcome to Major Medina.
Hey,
What's up?
hey everybody.
You've been shorn since the last time I saw you.
Ah, yes, a freshly shorn scrotum is.
It's quite beautiful, really.
Thank you, and
Greetings and salutations, good sir. Welcome to the show. Thanks for
long
wanting to
good
hang out with
evening,
us.
my friend.
It is long overdue. We haven't had some FaceTime in several months, actually.
You know what? I decided just to ram my way in, and it was unexpected. And but I'm homesick from work today, and I said, "Fuck it, let's do it."
Yeah, I mean, and this is where I tell everybody that. Oh, and by the way, Major lives in Vegas, so homesick.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome.
Willkommen. Bitte, mein Freund.
So let's go back to Jonathan Majors' character here
Who?
for a second. Jonathan Majors, who's
I'm
playing, He Who Remains, Mr. Timely, Mr. Victor Timely. Are you watching Loki, by the way?
I am.
Yeah, well, okay, all right. No,
Oh, well, I'm
I
sorry.
haven't seen season 2.
Okay.
It's good so far. I've only seen the first, I think, 3 or 4 episodes, but
I mean, you can't talk about Jonathan Majors without uttering the words cancel culture. You can't.
no.
I know. Where are we on this guy?
I don't know where
Well,
we're.
that's the thing. His trial is coming up at the end of November.
Well,
So-
clearly Marvel has deemed it, wherever that is, it's okay because he's had a major part in season 2,
Yeah.
way more than I actually thought he was going to have, to be
And
honest.
like, what a departure from He Who Remains and Kang for that. matter.
Yeah. Can he survive this series? I guess the trial will be the proverbial
Yeah.
nail in the coffin, I guess, one
If
way
he's
or the
guilty,
other.
then he's out.
I would say so. But this is an interesting idea. If we have to replace the principal villain for this phase of Marvel stuff,
Yeah.
is Doom the right choice?
Doom
No.
is definitely a
No.
same level threat.
We've got to
No?
know.
Wrong
Even with his
choice.
even with his time platform and his magic and mastery
Please
over everything.
do tell everybody where should we be going with this? Because if we're not doing Doom,
It's about introduction.
oh,
Oh, well, that's a messed up way. That's a messed up
Well,
question.
I mean,
I simply
do
say
you
it
take the
based
Fox
purely
movies?
off the fact that
like, do we take the Fox movies similar to like an Uncle Ben scenario where we don't need to see Uncle Ben die again, or we
What
don't
are
need to see
those?
Batman's
no, I'm
pearls?
kidding, but that's rough.
I think we're getting some lag issues, and I'm not sure if it's on my
Yeah.
end or yours.
Red counters.
None can contest the might of Doom. Well, this
Yeah,
is an
we-
interesting. Now
We are.
what is the next?
We are.
The Marvels, I think, is the
Yeah.
next up in
Yes.
the film.
And there's rumors.
So
swirling
speculation. Have you watched that trailer?
with the little teaser X?
What do you think?
They focus on that X. For
They
a few
hold on the
seconds.
X, and I gotta wonder if there's a couple of bars
Well, they do say
of
something
the X-Men, the film theme.
Yeah, and it does say that something is bleeding into this universe.
Another universe is creeping
and
in.
that chimes right in with Deadpool 3.
The fact that we've already retconned Miss Marvel to be a mutant now.
Yep.
Maybe we should be dipping into the X universe as maybe the next go-to.
Maybe.
Now, Fantastic Four, don't worry, everyone. I'm pretty sure Major's going to troubleshoot his tech issues and he'll be back. Fantastic Four is on the...
It's on the slate.
It's on the roadmap.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a little bit later, like 6, 7
Something
later
like
on-ish. But I wouldn't be upset if they...
jump the gun and say, here you go. They've already established
right.
areas.
And I mean, we don't need to do an Infinity Saga to introduce this character. He could be introduced in a film or a TV series or a combination of the two, but I don't think we need a 6, 7, 10 movie.
Technically, he could have been introduced in Civil War.
Yes.
When you're doing that round table with King
Oh,
T'Chaka,
yeah.
You just have Victor Doom up in the United Nations or whatever.
That's true.
Right.
And they could do that. They could go back to that.
Yep.
They could go back to that. Red's telling us Marvel's is in space. Cosmic rays for Fantastic Four. Hence Doom. Sure. That could totally work.
Yeah.
Still not 100% sure on what's going on with that, with the three of them each transporting to the other's location when they use
their powers are intertwined because of X.
Because of X.
I don't know yet.
Whatever the X factor is.
Yeah.
There, I said it. The X factor. That's what you get after you get X-Men.
Yeah. But anyway.
Well, interestingly enough, have you enjoyed Jonathan Major's performance so far?
In season 2, it was actually a little bit jarring. The difference in Victor Timely versus He Who Remains.
Completely different.
So
completely different.
But after a little while, it's like, okay, I kind of get where you're going with this. So
I can see Major's trying to reconnect. We're still having some issues there, but I have my eye on things. So when you are ready, we are here and we will bring you back in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, it's all gonna hinge on how his trial goes, right? So,
absolutely, it's gonna, yeah.
But we'll see. Time will tell.
Indeed.
So this one, I don't know if this is kind of funny or not, because it sucks for him. But since Elon Musk bought Twitter,
oh boy,
it has dropped 57%. It is only worth now 19 billion.
Oh, sorry, it's only worth 19 billion.
Yeah, down from 44.
Last week we talked about it's coming, the $1 a year thing that he's talking about.
Now we know why.
And choices are going to be made. Yep. Choices are going to be made. We may not be on Twitter anymore when this rolls out.
Yep.
Man, that if any company, if a small business hemorrhaged
like that
57% of its like that is a
huge.
Killer number.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It should scare the hell out of investors at the very least.
What do you do now?
Yeah.
Change
it back to the Bluebird and
sell everything. Nolan Showers, laughing cry emoji.
Yeah, it's hard to feel bad for billionaires.
It is,
like
yeah.
This. Especially when they're kind of doing it themselves. But
for all of the weird stuff that he does, and yet SpaceX is still
he's still CEO of SpaceX and Tesla.
Yeah.
So
and SpaceX is still doing like some interesting things anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's pushing as hard for commercial space travel. I always thought that Richard Branson was going to do it first better, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore.
Yeah, he's kind of dropped off the radar.
What happened to Virgin Galactic is going to be selling the first commercial space tickets here. Well, anytime now, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Isn't it better to be a member
of
Virgin? That was the phone company. That's him too, right?
It is, yeah.
So
Virgin started. He started as selling magazines or something
like that.
Yeah. And then music, Virgin Records, same guy.
Yep.
But yeah, Twitter X, whatever you want to call it, tanking.
Yeah, it's seen 80% reduction in headcount. So he's only got 20% of the staff left.
I'm interested to know. I want to go back to this whole like $1 a year thing. For the folks who are watching, how many of you are on Twitter, and how many of you are okay with paying $1? And I don't know if it's going to be for $1 in the country that you reside in, or if it's going to be $1 US dollar, because that's where they're headquartered. How do you guys feel about paying $1 a year to be able to post and not just read only your Twitter feed? For me, doesn't affect me because I only use it for the podcast. I think Major is back. I can see his bobblehead there. There he is.
Let's try that.
There he is. He's back.
Hey, I'm alive.
All right.
I remember going through some tech issues like this when we were doing stuff on your channel, and it's still just as frustrating.
It really is. I direct connected now.
Okay, well then I hope that since we last spoke, I have changed internet providers, so I am running at a much higher speed now. So I'm hoping I'm not the problem this time.
Hey, when can we stop saying X, formerly known as Twitter?
Never.
I don't know.
If
Like,
you just say X, you're going to land in porn land.
so yeah, really.
I need to foresee that one.
I really hate it. I really hate it.
What would you prefer? Would you just X? I was on X today. Like,
Yes.
Well, even that has a different meaning.
it does.
I remember back in
Yeah,
rave days, but
but at least that's a cute meeting. You
It's
know what
true.
I mean?
That
Just
is
to be like,
true.
oh, because we're not really on X. Like,
so. But
yeah.
the question is,
We'd
when
be
you
a
make
lot
a post on X, are you Xing or are you still tweeting? Because I think the majority of people still use the term they're tweeting.
They're tweeting. Sure.
Yeah, I tweeted on X.
And
Are you not Xing on X? I don't know what it.
or are
I
you
don't know what to do.
Xting? Which is close to something else.
Are you
completely.
Xting?
You know
Well,
what? Xting is no.
You might have just
There's
gotten
no like. It's not as. Okay, hold on. let me figure out the way to say this. Saying tweeting is as ridiculous as saying Xting.
It really is.
You know, something is common parlance at this point.
We've just accepted it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
There's absolutely. I'm Xting. I love that. I love Xting.
That's it. Let's get that trending. Let's hashtag that and put it on X.
Just make sure you pay your
Hashtag
dollars. So you
We're
can keep
we're
Xting.
no longer tweeting. We are now Xting.
Yeah, pay your dollars so you can X.
That's right. There's a T-shirt there, Andy.
Which I'm with you. I will never ever do.
I am not a proponent of paying the dollar a year thing.
Well,
for-
here's the point I was going to make last week when you guys were talking about it. Is yes, it's $1, and that is to get your payment information into their system.
Yep.
To make it easy for you to make purchases, whatever they end up being.
when it comes down.
Microtransactions.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Hey, do you want the new
Full purchases, I'm sure.
Well,
Yeah,
probably gotta be some
microtransaction,
small
but
ones.
also to say like, oh, hey, we're gonna move it up to $2.99 a month.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh, $9.99 a month.
That's
And,
right.
You know, a large portion of the people
Yeah.
will not change their payment information.
And I'm guilty of that. So like, because
I am too.
because my wife and I, we are cord cutters from way back, and we don't IPTV, and we don't Android box and steal it. We pay for all the services we watch. And when there's a price creep, I'll get the email or the notification on whatever address I've used, but I don't think twice about it. Like, oh, look, it's Netflix is going up $1, whatever.
Yep.
I don't even look twice at it. As long as I'm getting my shows, I don't care.
So I really do think it is all about getting your payment
I
information.
agree with that. I agree with that as well.
I could see them doing little crap though, like, oh, you want a special border for a holiday, pay 50 cents.
What, for like
It is-
frames and stuff?
Yeah,
Well,
because there will be people that will buy that.
yeah.
But can we all give a minute of silence for Elon Musk and his reduced net worth?
It'll go back up if he just fights what's his face, Zuckerberg.
I'm just saying, the poor guy, you know,
I don't
gonna
know.
have to think about Uber eating some Chick-fil-A.
He's gonna have to give away one of his golden toilets.
He can only write off so many rockets this year now.
Yeah, okay. We can all imagine he does have those toilets that open up as he approaches, right?
Absolutely, they do.
Face
They
recognition toilets.
they probably like sing the praises of the Musk and like give him like positive
You can do it.
reinforcement.
All I'm asking is for a toilet that goes, oh, as I approach it.
Just like the toilet from Rick and Morty.
The golden toilet with the light when the seat comes up.
100%.
You can get lighting for your toilets now.
I don't want lighting.
Come on, LED,
I do
it's
not.
like a rave when you go.
No.
All right. Here's an exclusive. All right.
Yeah.
Since I had a daughter, and
Yes.
she was crawling around, I'm gonna sit down on the toilet guy.
You're a sit downer.
I am.
That
I am.
is it.
No,
That way you're not caught off guard.
no splash, no anything.
No nothing.
For them to crawl around or to
That is very
mingle.
considerate. I feel like now, Major, you have a daughter. You have been married. Andy, you're
Yeah.
married. I'm married. I feel like we are kindred in that we have women in our lives that we've I don't want to say that we've been trained, but we have the courtesy to understand and like, hey, there are other people that live in the home, sometimes
Right.
part-time and sometimes full-time, and we don't want to
Look.
rock the boat.
Go to pee at a urinal in some jorts, and you'll know the splashback that
Yeah.
occurs.
Yeah.
Right. Just
First
go
of
ahead
all-
and sit down.
First of all, I'm trying to picture you in jorts.
Oh well, thank you, sir.
Right, as fair point.
Fair point. It is. It is fair. Yeah.
You feel the splashback, and you're like, "Oh my god, is this really happening?
TJC,
Is this
hit
what
the like
happens
button.
every time?"
Hit the like button for this awesome channel, people. Thumbs
Aw,
up.
thank you.
TJC, thank you so much.
Agreed.
It is a small cadre that rallies every week in and week out. And you know what? You know the people that are invested, because even though we've had a 2-day schedule shift, they're here.
Yeah.
Love all of you guys. Thank you so much. And I mean that sincerely.
Mm. Okay, our next one here.
Sure.
I actually saw this in store today, and I
Uh-oh.
got really sad
Uh-oh.
because I love it.
Yeah.
But well, Red.
You use the urinal and flip-flops only once. Ugh.
Never again. Metal Gear Solid, the Legacy Collection.
I knew this was happening.
I had heard rumblings that it was going to happen. We covered one thing there a couple weeks ago, but
That's right, yeah.
it is out now, and it's available on PS4, Switch,
Yep.
Xbox, Steam. But David Hayter has released a teaser trailer
Oh.
and basically says, this is just the beginning. So there's going to be more.
So wait, are we gonna do like?
Well, this collection here,
there's a few more games in that series that
Yes,
could
there
be
is.
done.
yeah, like there's VR missions. There's
Guns of the Patriots. What else is there? There's the VR missions that nobody liked.
but this first three is not bad, right? It's the Solid, then Sons of Liberty, and Snake Eater, 1, 2, and 3.
I
right?
would just be down for a straight up, let's rebuild Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, because this is not a rebuild. This
No,
is
these
just a
are-
straight
yeah,
up reissue.
Yeah. Is there any like texture smoothing, any of that, like any up-resing,
I
or
don't
just
believe
straight
so.
up?
I think it's straight up the same.
Okay, well, this isn't for me then.
But
I want shiny on my new. You know what I mean?
well, you do get 3 bonus tracks, downloadable content.
Extra music. Okay.
Yeah.
Extra
Okay,
music.
but
I'd go with that.
and not to make it Robotech specific, but do we have Cam Clark as a Liquid Snake?
Oh yeah, really?
Mm,
right.
I would hope so.
yeah,
I would hope so.
because I believe this one is all original voice cast and everything, just like straight
Yeah,
reissues of the
yeah,
first
yeah.
3 games.
Red's got an interesting thought that the Metal Gear Solid movie might be possible now.
Yeah,
And the question is, if
I
you're
would.
going to do a Metal Gear Solid film, how are
Yeah.
you going to translate the wackiness of what that game? Because let's be realistic, as cool as it is as this awesome stealth shooter, there is a certain wackiness in there that the non-gamers just won't get.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna bring this back to Five Nights at Freddy. Did you guys see
Oh
that
yeah,
movie?
I have
I
not
have
seen
not
it yet.
Seen it yet.
Have
but
not
the
seen it.
reviews are good. Fan
The
reviews,
reviews
anyway.
are good, and it is a good starter horror movie for kids. So I had my 10-year-old watch it because
Oh,
she
that's
loves
cool.
Five Nights at Freddy, right?
Sure.
She did tons of playthroughs on Security Breach and the original, and I've played the VR game, and I threw the headset off and said, no, I'm not doing this because I don't care for jump scares. You know what I mean?
No, me neither.
But what I did recognize in that game is a ton of fan service that serviced the story. So it wasn't like, oh, that's just fan service. It
Fan
was
service for the sake
It
of.
was there for purpose.
exactly
Yeah.
like, yes, there was a little bit of that, like, oh, there's that soda can in the background that
Right,
looked
right.
exactly like that from the game. But a lot of it was not story specific, but more like, this is how we're going to move the story forward, and still be servicing the fans. And I thought it was fantastic. That was great.
We've said a lot of the same similar sentiments with all the new Star Wars properties, that like callbacks and fan service is great, but not at the expense of the story.
No.
And so I feel like they've sort of, now some shows have done it better than others, where they found the sweet spot between callback and moving the plot forward. Sometimes it's
Right.
it is a little fan servicey, but
Yeah.
I think if they could find that sweet spot to balance it, and Red has an interesting idea about how they might do that.
We got one from
Oh, sure.
TJC
What's
first,
TJ's? Once funds allow, I will be streaming the Metal Gear games. Oh, that's going to be great.
Absolutely.
That's going to be great. Now, getting to Red's comment, has to be animated. The humor would miss otherwise. Look at Vox Machina, for example. You know, I could dig it as an animated property. Now, if we're going to go animated, are we going animated feature? Or are we going like Castlevania or Vox Machina, as you just said, and having it direct to streaming?
I don't know.
I think that Metal Gear is niche enough that the streaming option is probably a solid choice.
But could you do there's so many Metal Gear Solid games. You know, just the ones you have on there. Can you do a trio? Can you do a trio of movies?
I don't know. Does anybody remember for the NES, the original NES, just
top-down one?
Metal Gear? Not Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear, where you play as a mech.
It was PlayStation for me.
It was a side-scrolling mech game, and you basically walked along the floor, shooting at your at the enemies. And then the mechanic was you could flip up on the D-pad, and you could flip your mech upside down and magnetize yourself to the roof. Very cool.
It's pretty great.
As a fan of like giant robot mech things, what's not to like?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It says gritty series, do it like Batman from the 90s.
90s Batman.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
I am too. I feel like there's that little voice in the back of my head, and maybe it's the part of me that's like, movies are made in the studio system, so what's the general audience gonna do? And that's where I kind of go,
for me, it's all about getting Cam Clark in there. Yeah. Let's get Max on there, man.
You can do no wrong.
There you go. But if you want to go check out this David Hayter trailer, we've actually got it linked in the show notes.
Oh,
so
great.
Go check it out.
That's
cool.
Awesome.
This next one is new to me, but apparently it's like a year old. Hundreds of rare sealed Nintendo and Sega games were discovered in a Nebraska storage facility.
Come on.
Not where was it?
Not ET in Mexico?
No.
In New Mexico?
A Nebraska-based game, a reseller called Game Room, found the collection and joked in a video that there are so many copies of the less valuable NBA and Madden that they were, just going to chuck them. But other ones found there.
Did you say chunk them or dunk them?
Chuck.
Right. Missed opportunity.
I know.
Thank you, Wes.
But they also found some valuable ones like Chrono Trigger.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
That's
as well as Super Nintendo's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time, Final Fantasy 3, and Sunset Riders.
Those are all very hot titles.
Yeah, so this was a
Nice.
game store, I guess, at one point,
Sure.
and like it went out of business, and that's it. They didn't touch it until these reseller guys got into it.
It's amazing that a building has stayed vacant
Untouched.
that long.
Yeah.
Like no squatters, no break, like nothing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it used to be an H&R Block.
Yeah, really.
Well, it was originally a Taco Bell, then it was an H&R Block, then it was a game store, and then not touched
Seriously?
for 20 plus years.
Wow.
Jeez.
Wow. That's cool. I did not hear that one this week.
Yeah.
Where was it? Oh, not the New Mexico thing. There was something else that I had it. Now it's gone.
Fair
Hey,
enough.
hey, guys, real quick, did you not do the random question at the beginning?
We
Yeah, we
did
did.
the random trivia question. It was the spruce
Okay.
moose.
Spruce
Okay.
Moose.
Spruce moose. Yeah. The spruce moose.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was that. I
Well,
apologize.
that's okay because I forgot to follow that up with stick around for the midpoint in the show when we get to our other game that we like to
Mhm.
play when we
Yeah.
play this week's edition of Lexicon
Love it.
coming up a little later.
All
So
right.
again-
Just making sure I didn't derail the
You did not.
conversation.
Not at all.
Absolutely
Andy, I know
not.
I'm derailing your moving forward.
This is random for a reason.
Dude,
Oh my God,
the third spoke is the new voice. There is so much more conversation. We're gonna run long, and I don't care.
Yeah, it's random.
Well,
But
Godspeed to both of you.
if there, we did link in the show notes also to the video from Games Room if you want to go have a look.
Oh,
at that.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
Oh, nice.
We've got over on Twitch, we've got Valves. By the way, hey, what's up? Welcome to the show. It's Random Fandom for Thursday night for the week of November 2nd. We're just talking pop culture and entertainment news that we caught over the last week that got our attention.
Mhm.
If you've got a piece of pop culture you want to talk about, hit us up in the live chat on whatever platform you're watching on, or you can, there it is over there. There's the custom WhatsApp link. You can call us up and have your say.
That's what I did.
And look where we are now.
Yeah. This next one.
This one is
right up your alley,
super
Wes.
exciting for me.
Live from Daryl's house is back.
If
after
you
5 years.
now, there are going to be some people out there that are going to go, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
Daryl Hall and John Oates. Now, I'm really dating myself when I say that I'm a fan, but we are talking about the best-selling duo in musical history. Daryl Hall and John Oates. They just kind of they've been enjoying a bit of a resurgence lately. They had a little documentary that they just did. Now, Daryl's house started as this when Hall and Oates. They never broke up, by the way. Hall and Oates never broke up. They just stopped. They just said, let's just stop. And they did. And then Daryl decided that, instead of going all over the world and playing, could we not bring people in and sort of play with our friends? And it started as this web series at John's house.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sorry, at Daryl's house. And it's gone from this like single, like janky, like cell phone camera show to a multicam, fully produced series. You can catch virtually all the back catalog on YouTube.
Yeah.
At the at Daryl's YouTube channel,
Which we've linked to in the show notes.
and so now after a 5-year hiatus, the show is coming back, and what an amazing show to see some of your favorite artists from all across several musical genres hanging out with Hall and Oates and playing some Hall and Oates classics and some like deep cuts that maybe you've never heard before, and in styles that you just would not have imagined.
Well,
So, yeah, I'm
and
super excited.
forgive me for saying, but Daryl does look hungry like the wolf. So
A little bit.
Yeah, he did. Well, I mean, I don't even know how old he is now, to be honest. But
Yeah, they're going to be dropping new episodes weekly. They've got, I believe, Robert Fripp coming up on the November 15th edition.
oh, nice,
Andy Grammer on November 22nd.
very cool.
Lisa Loeb on November 29th.
Hey,
And
And synth pioneer Howard Jones on December
Howard
6th.
Jones. Oh yeah.
nice.
What's cool is when these artists go on the show, it's a cool thing, like, because Daryl and his band will get to play some of the original music from their guests, and then the guests will play Hall and Oates tunes,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
cool. And they've had like Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top was on there. Chris Daughtry is a standout one for me. There's more people on that show than I can remember, but do yourself a favor. If you've never seen the show, look it up on YouTube, live from Daryl's house. It's coming back.
Will do.
Can't wait.
Apparently with the new 6 episodes, there's 90 episodes total.
That's awesome.
So plenty to see.
Yeah.
This next one kind of hit Microsoft users in a way.
This is an interesting one.
Yeah.
This is an interesting one.
Microsoft has banned unauthorized third-party Xbox controllers and accessories.
First of all, what is an unauthorized third-party controller?
I would just say a controller that's been produced by a company that didn't get the go-ahead from
That
Microsoft.
didn't pay into
I
their.
know, but are there third-party authorized?
There
controllers?
must be. They have a program, and I can't think of the name of it. It might be
What was it? Rock Candy. They were authorized, weren't they?
Skull Candy. Skull Candy makes
Headphones.
Yeah.
There was a Rock Candy, and they were available at Walmart, and you get like every color in the
Oh,
rainbow
really?
for every console.
For most of the casual gamers out there, the people who are playing on like the Microsoft style, the D-pad or the standard Xbox control,
Right.
those aren't the controls that we're talking about.
No, those are
Most of those are going to be fine.
Yeah.
But it's really hitting two areas of gaming. One of them maybe for good, and one of them maybe for bad. The first one, oddly enough, first-person shooter games.
Sure.
People who are playing on as first-person shooters have known that the mouse keyboard combo that the PC players have been playing with for years outperforms a controller any day of the week.
Yep.
Well, there are ways to get a mouse and keyboard to work with your console, and so that's one area where they've kind of are taking a stand on it, because that levels the playing field. If the game on console is only meant to be played with a console control, and you've got a third-party peripheral that allows you to cheat, quote unquote.
Is this purely the Fortnite / Call of Duty / Roblox players?
Possibly.
I would think it would apply to anybody that goes to like those the esports type
Yeah,
games.
yeah, for sure.
Oh,
For sure.
wow.
Tournaments,
Yeah,
Mondo?
yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
The other category of gaming that this is affecting is the fighting games. So Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, those basically the arcade sticks. A lot of the arcade sticks are made by, third-party company out of China with no affiliation to Xbox. They're not part of their program.
Right.
Those controls are getting nixed as well. And so what users have been getting, we've put it up on the screen there, you can see the unauthorized accessory. And once you get that notification, I think you have a limited amount of time
You
before
have 2 weeks to use it.
and then
it's
blocked.
Here's my big issue. If you're not producing it yourself, then you can't ban it.
True. But like they are producing their own controllers and whatnot. I think they want to steer people towards that.
Okay.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
Like-
Yeah. This is Microsoft saying we're going to get a bigger share of that market.
Yeah. Give me all your money.
Yeah.
Right.
There are other companies that do weird stuff like that, though. Like, talk about, like, look at the case of look at Ferrari and their blacklist. Ferrari does not like it when you mess with their cars, even though you are the legal registered owner.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the guys at Daily Driven Exotics. Shout out to Daily Driven Exotics, who have basically, have been blacklisted several times for modifying, putting a twin turbo on a Ferrari.
Right.
Make it go faster.
But yeah, I agree. Like, if you own it, you can do whatever you want with it. But the cheating thing, that's the part that makes me go, oh, I can see where that does make a good point.
Yeah. Trying to make it fair, but okay. All right. So
I'm already getting fragged by every 10-year-old in the world anyway. So
Well,
it just adds insult to injury.
is it the responsibility of the console maker or the game maker to level the playing field?
Well, that's interesting. I think now that those lines are getting blurred, because everything, essentially, if you're playing a modern console, everything is online now. Everything.
Yeah. I mean, even back with like your Sonic the Hedgehog and whatnot, you could always punch in a code and get like full access to it and cheat your way right to the end.
That is true. You brought up
it's nothing new. Like my son, he uses the cheat codes on Sonic 2 when he's playing.
you
But
brought up,
he can get into the
who makes
developer
Oh God, I can't think of the name of it. What's the Star Wars game that's online? Battlefront. Battlefront.
The Old Republic. The Old Republic is online. Battlefront was played online. It was a shooter.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
most recent
So-
one online as well.
Who
Yeah.
makes Battlefront?
Survivor.
Or
Dice.
okay, wouldn't it be their responsibility to level the playing field with anybody cheating as opposed to Xbox, PS4?
You would think so. And I mean, in my world, and I don't play first person shooters, but I do play racing sims and Forza Motorsport. The new Forza Motorsport just dropped, and it has a new revamped lobby system that aims to pair similarly skilled drivers based on your driving performance, whether you're a smash and crash guy or whether you're a clean racer. I have yet to try it out to see how good it is, but I can tell you that the previous Drivatar system was not very good. Not very good.
Now, if we take it to like Street Fighter and you have like a turbo button or something like that,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
or a macro button, right?
I'm not even upset with the turbo button, like that can push, inhumanly fast.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, okay. Well, let's say Tetris, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. I guess I can kind of understand that. Where you wouldn't want a controller that can, I forget what the type of tapping, hyper tap.
Oh, yeah.
On the controller, faster with you touching it once, as opposed to somebody doing it with their weird thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mash those buttons.
Going to the video arcade with your cigarette lighter and across the buttons just so you could play track and field.
Yes, absolutely.
Microsoft authorized cigarette lighters.
That's right. Microsoft lighter.
Yeah. I'm not Billy Mitchell over here trying to do a drag racer.
That's right.
But yeah, Xbox fans are not happy.
No, they've called for
they
basically a
tweeted out
reversal
saying,
on this.
"Please
Yeah.
reverse
I think they're right. I think they're right in it. I don't think it's the Xbox place to do it. I think it's the game developers.
This is the one that got me too, and I saw this text. This one from Maximilian Dude. Heyo, Xbox and Xbox at Matt Booty. This is essentially a death sentence for the local fighting game events. Local events that run on Xbox, much less others that can only afford one arcade stick. The Brook Gaming fans converters are not cheat devices. They're a huge boon to the fighting game community. Please reconsider.
Okay.
I totally feel for fighting game fans.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a yeah. No, I hadn't.
There's a reason why I don't play fighting games. One, I don't have the coordination. I don't have the coordination for it on an arcade. Can you imagine translating that to a game pad?
Yes. I like fighting games.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Capcom versus Marvel.
Not with any amount of skill, that's for sure.
But I don't know. It's up to them. We'll see where it goes.
I guess so. We'll have to we'll have to do a follow-up on that one.
Yeah. This is a follow-up to one we covered a while back.
Oh, sure.
You remember they released that image of Snow White and the Seven Dwarves coming down the hill?
I do, yeah.
The dwarves were not dwarvish at all.
Well,
they
I don't know if this is any better.
No, I don't think it is. But they have unveiled the first look at the live-action Snow White and its 7 CGI dwarves.
Yeah, and I mean, this is awful. Like, this is an official released photo.
It is.
Could they not have come up with something better than that? I mean, the resolution on that is awful.
So we're saying they're not dwarves, but they're dwarf-ish?
Dwarvish. They're all CGI. There's nothing in place yet as for who's being cast.
Yeah.
And Peter Dinklage is actually taken to ranting about it.
We did talk about that on our last one.
Well, he should.
Yeah, he's at it again, though. He says, literally,
this is a new one.
Yeah, literally, no offense to anyone, but I was a little taken aback when they were very proud to cast a Latina actress as Snow White, but you're still telling the story of Snow White and the 7 Dwarves. You're progressive in one way, but then you're still making that fucking backwards story about 7 dwarves living in a cave together.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing, man? Have I done nothing to advance the cause from my soapbox?
I don't know. Is this a Kathleen Kennedy thing?
I don't know.
South Park's Kathleen Kennedy thing?
Actually, that's coming up.
Okay. Apologies.
No worries.
No, man, you can steal all the thunder.
Yeah. But,
I'm not so sensitive that I can't appreciate this for what they're trying to do, in the sense that we're remaking all of the classics. And why wouldn't you remake the first animated film ever?
Right.
Of
So
course you would.
you're
Of
trying to
course
tell
you
a
would.
story, and how are we going to tell it in today's parlance, right?
Because
Yeah.
the story back then sometimes just does not work anymore.
But
right?
she is
Yeah.
asleep for 2/3. She's asleep for the entire third
Yeah,
act of this
yeah,
movie.
that's right.
And
That's
she's
right.
only woke up by sexual assault.
Exactly.
He didn't get permission to
So he's
kiss
gonna
her.
be. Was she gonna be woken up by holding hands now? Like what?
I don't know. Throw some holy water on her.
I'm sorry.
Maybe
So
maybe she'll tell Doc as she goes down, like,
if anybody
hey,
shows up,
if
it's
somebody
okay.
if somebody comes to give me True Love's first kiss,
I
you let him
consent.
go ahead, and then he will ask her, and he will give her hand.
I'm giving my consent now before I get
Yeah.
fall asleep.
Then it'll be Adam Sandler that shows up.
Listen, I didn't have an issue when they cast full-grown ass adult men as the dwarves in the Hobbit
Sure.
trilogy, and I actually appreciated the way that they did that. I do also appreciate Peter Dinklage's position that there are not enough rules for little people in the world. He's absolutely right, but the story was written like
How
how old is
hundreds
Snow
of years
White?
ago, right?
Right.
Well, let's see. It's shit. I don't know.
It's older than the movie.
Yeah.
You know, like
Now
it's
that
just
I'm thinking about it. No. It's a Hans Christian Andersen.
yeah. I mean,
Right?
it's yeah.
What do we think about Dopey being so much younger than everybody else?
Wasn't that always the case though? Because
Yeah, he
I
was
feel
always-
like
You know what? I really didn't think so. I thought he was just kind of,
Oh. less
dopey.
beardy. Oh, he was just dopey.
Yeah.
Doesn't that count as like a
So
special
now
needs
what? Yeah,
dwarf
I
or
was gonna
something?
say, is that where we're going with that now? Dopey is not dopey. He's now special needy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you can't win.
No, you cannot.
No.
Now, that being said,
Not special needy, just nonverbal. We'll say that.
I was gonna say, no matter what it is, whatever label we're gonna put on him, that's
Sure.
okay. I just hope
Yeah.
it's conveyed in a way that is appropriate.
Yeah,
Again, I won't know until I see it.
yeah, exactly.
Won't
And
know until I see it.
who knows? Like there might be more uproar, and this could be another Sonic thing.
Have we all seen all of the live action remakes so far?
I have not seen The Lion King yet,
I have.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have as well.
but I did see The Little Mermaid. Finally.
I've seen that as well. Is
I
there
thought that
any of
was
them?
good.
Yeah,
Little Mermaid
me
was good.
too.
It's great.
I didn't understand what all the flack was about. I didn't get it.
No,
I was gonna say of all the live action remakes to date, was there one that stands out more than any of the others for either of you?
for me, it's Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
I thought it was a winner for sure. It made me
was good,
hopeful that they do a Frog and the Prince,
Oh,
Or-
cool.
Princess
Yeah.
and the Frog.
the Princess and the Frog. Sorry.
I'm with you on that. I had no issue with the why does Sebastian look like a crab? Because he's a crab.
Because
I
he's
didn't have. I had no issues with it. I thought it was good.
How is that seagull talking underwater?
The complaints about Melissa McCarthy's makeup, and
You know what? That was nailed.
It was great.
Yeah,
She looked
Yeah.
great.
yeah. I
She
was
looked
a
great.
little bit concerned that she might not pull off the character, but she did.
No, she
awesome.
did fine.
Oh, she did great.
She did great. Yeah. Yeah. She got to be Melissa McCarthy in a way that she doesn't get to be very often. And it was great.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
great.
Sebastian was great. Flounder was great.
So that's the only problem I have with the film is who's the seagull?
Aquafina.
I know. Yeah. So Aquafina. The problem I have is Aquafina fully underwater, mouth agape, talking, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And then says, I'm running out of air and then swims back up.
Hollow Bones.
It was all contained within those bubbles.
Yep.
That's how voices work.
I would have been okay if they'd taken the thing where like the bird grabbed like a reed or something and then underwater inflated a bubble around its head.
Yeah.
I would have been
And
okay
sounded
with
like
that.
Buddy Hackett.
Yeah, exactly.
If
I would have been fine with
Aquafina
that.
was doing a Buddy Hackett impression, 100% in.
Yes. That's right.
We ready to talk some toys?
Always ready for toys.
Alrighty.
Always ready for toys.
This first one, you, I believe, sent this one to me.
This was a no-brainer for me.
HasLab has been funded.
Yeah, this was this
Oh.
just launched earlier this week.
Mhm.
If you saw, or maybe you were lucky enough that you got last year's HasLab Egon Spengler Proton Pack, they are now following that up with the PKE meter and the Ghost Trap. This every time a HasLab comes up, I'm always like, how long is it
Will
going to
it do?
take?
Yeah.
And is this going to be the most successful one ever? no word of a lie, this was funded in under 3 days.
Yep. And they've
So-
still got until December 11th.
Yeah, you got a long
For
time
all
to go
three
if
stretch
you want to
goals.
get in on this.
Okay, so we're real quick. Did any of you guys try to build this as a kid?
I did not.
I didn't either.
Okay, I tried to build something that would be, compression, your little air
Oh,
bladder
yeah,
that would
yeah,
open
yeah,
up
yeah,
the
yeah.
gates and all that.
Yep.
I failed miserably, but I spent way too long on it.
And I bet you got a cool looking thing at the end of it.
And obviously, no, I didn't. I worked too much on the engineering, and I was 7.
Just as an aside to our show, if you go back through our back catalog and you look at some of our, oh my gosh, on our prop video, we actually talk about the PKE meter quite extensively and how it's actually made out of an old Iona shoe polishing machine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can check out the lineage on that. Now, this is not the first time that a major toy company has taken a crack at both the Ghost Trap and the PKE meter.
Yep.
Mattel had a license for Ghostbusters not that long ago in the 2000s, and they did a 1-to-1 PKE meter and Ghost Trap. Those I have.
Yeah.
I have those. I went all in on the Ghostbuster stuff on their props when they made them. The one thing they didn't make, Proton Pack. So I've got the wand, I've got the trap, I've got the PKE meter, and I've got the goggles, and they all work together.
I think the price of a Proton Pack would be too high.
I don't remember what the price point
for
is.
those. But also, if we look at the foot pedal over here with that little solenoid, off to the right there.
I'm curious to know how they're running it because I know the Mattel one is completely electronic.
I do not recall seeing that in the movie.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
the foot pedal for sure.
Well, the foot pedal, but I don't remember that little.
The thing
that little,
on the thing
amber solenoid.
Yeah,
it's a light. It's it's a light. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
the only reason I know that is because it lights up on the Mattel one.
Well, there you go.
Nice.
But the Mattel one they did really cool. They did the same thing that Hasbro is doing. They give you the cylinders, the 2 different colored cylinders. So if you want it to be Ghostbusters 1, you put the red ones on. If you want it to be Ghostbusters 2, you put the gray ones on.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Cool.
it looks really cool.
Yeah.
I wish I had gotten the Proton Pack, to be honest.
It looks amazing.
Does.
Look, I wish I could afford this kind of stuff.
This is like the high-end collector stuff that's at a whole different level.
It really is like that Rick Hunter helmet from last week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
$750.
I saw that and I'm like,
yes, I want it. Am I going to buy it?
And then I immediately went to eBay to see if anybody still had any of the motorcycle helmets from Japan to see if they were cheaper. So like, if I get
because
the
at least those are practical, right?
Right.
Yeah, I can justify that.
That's right.
Oh, Red's coming in here.
Red, building your own Proton Pack is a mark of pride amongst Ghostbuster fans. A friend of mine runs a chapter of the Ghostbusters fan club. Very proud of his work. I also have a friend who is in the Ontario Ghostbusters. A shout out to John and Raylene Anderson. Actually, they were Ghostbusters for Halloween this year.
Nice.
It's a photo with their young son Emmett as well.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like being in the 501st. It's a matter of trooping your costume that you handmade yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And part of
bring up that exact same analogy.
Part of the Proton Pack, the HasLab Proton Pack, which I really appreciated, and I've said this before, again, shout out to Adam Savage Tested YouTube channel, who did a review on the Proton Pack. They made the Proton Pack with a set of straps, but they also made it with the appropriate connection points for the Alice frame. So if you go to your local surplus store and you can get, in Canada, it's almost impossible now, but maybe in the States, you could still get a reasonably priced Alice frame. You could have a more screen accurate Proton Pack. Yeah.
Nice.
Ghostbusters. By the way, did you get the follow-up on that?
About
the title?
No.
The rumored title of the movie?
I missed that one.
So there's a rumor. Oh my gosh, what is it called? We saw the logo a while ago, the Ghostbuster logo with the Frozen, and it's essentially I want to say it's Ghostbusters Frozen. I don't want to say Frozen Kingdom. It might actually be Frozen Kingdom.
Well, it's something to do with the throwback to the original name Dan Aykroyd wanted to do, right?
Frozen Empire. Frozen Empire is the rumored title for this new film.
Okay.
Frozen Empire. So yeah.
What does that mean? Winston's going to get his assets frozen?
Nice. I think it's one of those.
But anyway, you want to pick these two up? They call it the 2 in the box. $299.99 plus tax and shipping.
I was actually going to say, of all of the HasLab stuff that I've seen, when I see $300 US on that, I go, that's appropriate.
I'm in for
I
the
have no-
VGA meter and the
300
Wow.
for both of those. I have no issue with that. I think that is priced very appropriately. And
Yep.
in fact, I think that might be one of the most appropriately priced HasLabs ever.
and they're weathered. I love it.
Yeah.
And if they get to 10 or 12,000 backers, it's going to unlock the Supernatural Startup Kit, which
Do they-
I'm not fully
So
sure what that is.
here's the thing. I read through the campaign. They've given you the titles of what all the stretch goals are, but they don't like. There's nothing there that really makes me go like,
really need to get
what
that
is
stretch
it?
goal. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like 15,000 gets you the secure receptacle ghost trap holder.
I
it's
assume
just a
that's the
little
belt
mount.
holder,
Amount for it. Yeah.
or is that the thing that it's sitting on right now?
It could be.
I don't know.
But then the 18,000 or the tier 3 gets you the psychokinetic energy detection holster. And again,
so is that
like
just a thing
belt
for your
holster?
belt? Yeah,
Or is it what's pictured there, the actual little stand for it?
that's what I wonder.
So
I'm thinking if you're going this far, remember the other thing in Ghostbusters 2, the other prop thing, the Geiger counter?
Geiger meter.
Yeah, like why don't just do that?
Yeah.
Do that as a stretch goal. None of the clippy holder thingies. Do an actual piece.
Yeah, don't do the things pictured.
Yeah.
All right, moving on here to some more for you there, Wes.
Oh well,
Star Wars Black Series, they revealed
it's my jam.
2 more from the Phantom Menace.
I-
You get a Padme Amidala and an Anakin Skywalker.
I am mildly interested in these.
It's a good looking figure.
They
Is
also
that
know-
molded hair or is that?
It is. It is
actual-
definitely molded.
Okay.
as the
Okay.
Black
I
Series
don't
has
mind
been.
molded hair.
I don't either. Now, I love that scene in the Phantom Menace. This comes right from the palace when she's escaping the palace, which
Yeah.
is great.
Right.
And then you've got Anakin Skywalker
On his way to
who's
become a Jedi.
just won the pod race and has been freed.
Yeah.
So you have the
so this
two
might as well be-
guns with Amidala, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like the
Probably
the Ascension gun and
Yeah.
then her hidden blaster in the
Yeah.
in the chair.
throne room.
Yeah.
And he comes with his little backpack. And
I'm curious to know if there's anything in it.
I don't know.
Probably not. It's probably
3PO's head would be funny.
Here's a question. So look at her right hand and the. It does the guns fit both hands or does it fit one?
Usually with
I would
Black Series,
think
there's
it would
usually
both.
one hand that is the primary.
Okay,
lot
so
of
the,
hand.
A lot of them you can sort of bend and make it fit, but usually one of them is the gun hand and one is sort of just the loose
okay,
grip-
so the
loose
second
grip hand.
image is probably reversed because it's holding the Ascension gun, but it's in her right hand as well. Okay,
Interesting.
all right, got it.
Or they've just stretched the fingers out. I've done that before.
Yeah,
Ooh, there's an idea for a stretch goal from Red.
What's Red saying? Oh, remote control
Car for the
car for the trap. Oh, like from
Oh,
the new
yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Right.
that's a
the
cool
little
idea.
motor controlled.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
a cool idea.
that's a great
Um,
idea.
There's a lot of there was a lot of flack leveled at Jake Lloyd, and it really derailed that guy, and
Yeah.
he didn't deserve
No.
half of the stuff that he got. So
Yeah, he's
if
a human, and his
absolutely,
name is Anakin.
and he's a pod racer, and he's the only human that can do it.
Yep.
If this goes along, I hope the fans embrace this figure.
I really hope so.
I hope so as well.
I like it. It's a movie poster, right?
Absolutely, yeah,
And you
Yeah.
put like a diorama together and you put that Vader shadow.
The
on
shadow
it.
of Vader
Oh.
behind the
I got to be honest. I think I'm gonna get it for that.
just for that.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to display. Like you get the PKE meter and the ghost trap. You put it on display, right? Because when else are you gonna
Absolutely, you
use
do.
it?
Yeah.
You play with it once at Halloween, right? But
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
right. I think this is. Oh, I saw a great TikTok of a guy who was dressed as a Ghostbuster, and his dog leash, had lights wrapped around it, and his dog wasn't. So he
That's
would
awesome.
occasionally turn it on, and it would be strobing. Looked fantastic, right?
Nice.
But yeah, to have this in one shelf of a corner diorama,
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
I have far too many.
Phantom Menace. I showed it to my 10-year-old daughter. She loved it. She loved Jar Jar, and I was like, "Oh, right, because it's for a 10-year-old."
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing that, I mean, the 6-inch Black Series is more of that collector friendly, but at the end of the day, it is a toy, and you should play with your toys however you want. I have far too many action figures to be able to do that. I can't do cool dioramas because I just don't have the shelf space for it. But pretty sure that these will be joining my collection when they come out.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I do not care for the eyebrows on Amidala.
She looked mad.
Yeah, there's a softness to her face that they are not capturing.
Some recent acquisitions while we're talking Black Series here.
Hello.
Ooh.
Sabine?
Ezra.
And Ezra, yeah.
No,
So
he's far too old.
Very, very excited. Very excited. Watch for those on an upcoming episode of Unboxed.
Nice.
I think that's what we're going to do. Hank and I have talked it over. We're going to do, because we're both Star Wars Black Series collectors and we have a lot of the same figures that we both have to open, we're going to do some joint unboxings, same figure, same time, and you'll get both of our thoughts on them.
It's
going to be a lot of fun.
Batman 66 all over here. All right, go ahead.
So this next one, we're sticking with Star Wars.
Nice.
Yes.
For anybody out there who wants to don the helmet of Carson Teva, now's your time.
Oh, nice.
That's an easy repaint. It's an easy repaint. How many X-Wing pilots have we gotten so far? We've gotten Luke, we've gotten Wedge, we got Trapper Wolf, and now we've got Carson. So that's at least 4, and there might we got Anton Merrick as well. So that's at least 5 uses of this mold.
Okay, so I love that they did this, right?
Yeah.
But if it's not Wedge, I'm not interested. The hero of the rebellion, Wedge Antilles.
There is a Wedge Antilles version of this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But no, this is great.
Yeah, $131.99.
130 US?
I believe so.
Oh, they've gone up.
Yeah.
They've gone up
a little bit. But yeah, it's electronic. It's got the padded interior. And they want you to role play with it with other Force Effects stuff like the Elite lightsabers and whatnot. But, takes 3 1.5 volt AAA batteries, not included.
Of course it's not included. But of course it's not included.
And we're going to skip more back to figures here.
Oh, nice.
Mace Windu and Clone Trooper pack.
This is one of those ones that makes me go, oh, I pause because
187. Okay.
I like this idea. I like the idea of the individual Jedi general
with his
and their uniquely colored clone battalion or clone legion.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Again, we've had Mace Windu a couple of times already.
Have we had him with his clone armor though?
No. When I see this and I go, oh, well, that's good because that sets us up for, with the other Mace Windu, that's the body that they use for Plo Koon. So this will probably be the Jedi General Plo Koon body as well.
Right.
And I'm a sucker for troopers. So clones anyway, not stormtroopers, but clone troopers. So I might be in on this.
I'll give a round of applause anytime you get Tamara Morrison on a figure. Right?
Yeah.
Love it. So a quick story. So I was at a zoo for a trunk or treat, right? And they were doing a costume contest, and one of them was Boba Fett on top of a dinosaur, right? So it's just
the holiday special Boba Fett.
Exactly. So as a kid, and I was like, that is great. And they kept calling him the Mandalorian, and I kept going, Boba Fett.
No, Boba Fett.
So over and over again, and to the point where my kid was like, okay, Dad, okay.
Dad, you're embarrassing me.
And I'm like, it's Boba Fett. It's not the Mandalorian. And then And then for this Halloween, I was dressed as a clone trooper.
Well done.
Thank you. And I was walking down with my kid, and somebody dressed as a stormtrooper came up and went, "Oh, we're both dressed as stormtroopers." And I was like,
Nope.
"I'm a clone trooper, but yeah, right on. Hey, good job. High five." Because he's like 5 years old, right?
I'd have been like, I was bred for war. You're a conscript.
I feel like saying like, "Hey, just go ahead and take a knee, son.
Yeah, really.
I need to tell you a little bit about the history of Star Wars."
That's
Let me
right.
tell you about the Clone Wars.
That's right.
All that to say, like, I'd love to see a clone trooper.
Back in the Naboo. There we go. Talking about Tamora Morrison, Commander Appo from the live action Kenobi series.
Mm-hmm.
Look for it in a future episode of unboxing.
Yes, but this Mace Windu 2-pack, you can pre-order it now, and it should be shipping May 1st, 2024.
So I'm not so in that I have to pre-order this. I will wait if I see one on the shelf and I feel I will. If I don't, I won't.
Yeah.
This next one here, Hank brought to our attention.
Okay.
The size comparison between the Shin and Balin figures.
Oh, I know. This is like,
What's up with
what?
this?
Something's wrong here.
Yeah.
Um,
She's almost as tall as he is.
the recently wrapped Ahsoka Tano live action series
What is happening here?
brought us Balin Skoll and Shin Hati, the new villains for the series.
Yeah.
And their action figures appear to be within millimeters of each other in overall height, which belies Ray Stevenson's actual stature at 6 whatever,
Mm-hmm.
6 big.
Oh.
So strange.
Red here coming in.
Flashes back to Naboo. Fortunate Son plays in the background. That's right.
Yeah, I don't know what they're
Ooh,
doing.
that red, white, and blue.
Yeah. Let's jump to some Marvel here real quick.
All right, let's do it.
These
Awesome.
were revealed at MCM.
MCM Comic-Con in London.
Yeah. So we get a Spider Shot, Hallows Eve, and another Tombstone.
Okay. Have we gotten these before?
We've gotten a Tombstone before, but the other two are new.
All right.
Hallows Eve is actually a really recent character.
Yeah.
Coming out of the Dark Web arc back in December, I want to say.
Oh, that's really recent then.
Yeah. But Spider Shot, he goes all the way back to the Clone War, or not
The clones.
Back to the Clone
You're
Wars.
still in Star Wars.
Well, Spidey Man had his own clone saga back in the day. So.
Oh, that's
Look,
right. Yeah.
He
The Ben
was
Reilly
just saying
thing?
it was a long time ago. Okay.
True.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
And a spider far, far away.
Yeah. It was a jackal that did the cloning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah,
Wow.
they're coming out here, available for pre-order now on Hasbro Pulse. And
Again, stuff has been hitting the shelves. I know I talk about that disparity between we see these announcements, which invariably come from these big events,
Yeah.
and then their releases, and especially living here in Canada, where we typically don't get things on release day. It's usually, it can be, I've seen it several months later. Interesting one I saw this week. You remember last year, the Transformer Dracula figure?
vaguely.
They did another one this year,
Really?
Transformers Frankenstein. I saw it on the shelf the other day, and I swear to God, the Transformer guy that I watch online, the review, his video for that day was that figure. So I thought, well, that's pretty encouraging that we got it very
Pretty
close to
close, yeah.
launch. Yeah.
Yeah. Good detail on Tombstone, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
He reminds me of a short-haired Morbius.
Or
Oh, yeah.
or Voldemort with JJJ's haircut.
With a nose. Yeah.
Voldemort with a nose. Oh no, I said it.
But
I
yeah,
imagine him
definitely
as
gonna get Hallows Eve.
in live action. I imagine him as Clancy Brown.
Yeah.
God, I love Clancy Brown.
Oh, me too.
Just got another update on the live action Highlander movie. It is going forward.
Yeah, we're gonna
Is
talk about
it?
that in a few minutes.
Yeah, it's
Who's
going.
leading
Oh,
that?
We got
wait,
it on.
I'm gonna hold because Andy's got a thing, and I will not. I'm not gonna.
Oh,
spoil it.
okay. Okay. All right.
But as we were talking about earlier, here you go. Wookiee Life.
There he is, Life Day Chewie.
Love it. You literally just watched the holiday special the other day.
So, in your estimation, as
Yep.
you've seen it most recently from the three of us,
Yep.
where does
And
it
probably the
land
most
with
often.
you?
I'd buy it for the awkwardness of it. But
Where
again,
does
it
this
is the
figure
3
or
3/4.
the holiday special?
The special itself.
Okay, so for me, it's second to last.
Second to last, and
Yes,
dead last
it
is
very. It's the most recent
Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so it's very difficult to watch, and in terms of like telling someone to watch it or asking someone to watch it, I usually tell them do it 10 minutes at a time.
It's a fever dream.
It really is. Don't and you have to have been born at a certain time to get the Art Carney and the Chef Gourmand stuff, and to even appreciate B. Arthur being on there and Starship. Look, I happen to be born at that time, and I love all of that stuff. But
individually,
yes. I mean, it takes. Go ahead and get through the introduction, and then take a break. You know what I mean? Or it's like it's the Star Wars Holiday Special featuring. Get through that, take a break. Something you love, then come back to it and watch 20 minutes of Wookiee non-communication.
It's ambitious. Like, there's no way about it. It is ambitious. And like the variety show, because that was a very popular format when this came out, the variety show format, shoehorning a variety show into a Star Wars production or a Star Wars production into a variety show. I mean, they could have done it a lot worse.
True.
The thing that I really am impressed by is the fact that they got the Boba Fett animation done in time.
Yeah,
they couldn't get the action figures out by Christmas, but they could get that.
But we could get a cartoon done.
By
Canadians.
And again, the fact that
they only drew them with 3 fingers, so that saved time.
Yeah, the fact that Itchy is watching
some virtual dance porn
of his father, I'm sorry, that Lumpy's watching a cartoon of his father. Yeah, and the Diane Carroll stuff. I mean, that was Pornhub before Pornhub, good on them for realizing what was going to come in the future. That's futurist stuff.
What you could do on broadcast television in the 70s.
Yeah, absolutely. If you do not have this figure, which looks just like a Chewie figure with a terribly sewn.
Soft goods on action figures is always a hit or miss, and the smaller you go,
the more miss it is.
The harder it is. And this in the 3 3/4 inch scale, I don't know. I think it's a miss.
It's a miss, and if you don't have Carrie Fisher singing to the tune of Star Wars, the Star Wars theme.
You mean the Bill Murray Star Wars?
Exactly.
Nothing but Star Wars.
If you don't hit that globe and it starts spouting out either B. Arthur or Carrie Fisher, I'm not interested.
You know what? I do like the idea that this, after decades and decades of disavowing or denying or just
Mark Hamill forgetting,
completely
trying to completely erase.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That here comes Hasbro, and clearly this has to meet licensor approval.
Yep.
So the overlords at the Mouse House have said okay.
Well, look, before all this stuff, I had to go on message boards and trade for the holiday special on a VHS.
If somebody was lucky enough to record the day that it was broadcast.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I have all the commercials.
Yep.
From
that's part of the nostalgia, though.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. So it does mean that the holiday special is special to me.
I'm not gonna lie. I have watched it in the last, I'd say 2 years.
Yeah.
And I didn't revile it. I was looking for I was looking to find the nuggets in there. And there are some, and we've talked about them before.
Mm-hmm.
That Ralph McQuarrie painting, which is a take, a different take on the conceptual art for Kashyyyk.
Right.
It's slightly different.
I'm sorry. I think you mean Kazook. The holiday special. Art Carney calls it Kazook. Kazook.
Red Swens are coming in here.
Wookiees wear Jimmy Jams. You guys are old. Everything is better in jammies.
Yes. Now, unfortunately, this is probably not going to hit shelves because it is a Hasbro Pulse and Shop Disney exclusive.
Oh no!
So
I'm
you're
not
gonna have
really
to get
worried
on there.
about it.
And Hasbro Pulse Premium members, they get an exclusive shopping window an hour before it goes live to the rest of everybody.
See,
Which is still not
would
extended to Canada.
I would not take this out of the box because he does look great in the box.
Yeah.
I believe this. I believe I would do the same. I would probably, this would be like put a pin and hang it on the wall,
Yeah.
Yep.
just as it is.
Put him next to the Buddy Christ. This next one is a bit of a weird mashup.
Of
I'm
all
sorry,
of the
real quick, Life Day is in November, isn't it?
actual Life Day,
Because they base it on when the holiday special showed, right?
I would assume, yeah.
Wookiee Christmas.
Life.
Day.
I don't know how to spell.
What are you going to the Life Day for?
Life Fay. Oh, Life Day. Life Day. What is Life Day?
November 17th?
I'm
Is
going to
that it?
check. When is Life Day? Star Wars. November 17th.
Hey,
You are
look at
correct.
me. I didn't even look it up. I didn't even look it
Exactly 1 week before U.S. Thanksgiving.
Nice.
up. All right.
All right.
Yeah, but this next one here, I don't know why they've mashed these two together, but why not?
Because everything needs to get mashed.
Masters of the View Universe Origins and Stranger Things.
It's weird. Now, I don't think that the Snake guy is a mashup, but definitely the Demogorgon.
Yeah, and I don't see how Skeletor's actually mashed up with anything, but
He's got some fancy,
fancy,
weathering.
like, Leo painting.
It's
Are
an
we-
interesting.
Are we upset at this being a cash grab or?
I don't know if I am or not. I don't understand the crossover. It
I guess
feels like
here's
one
my
of
thing.
those.
It appeals to somebody, right?
It does, yeah.
It has
And
to.
if they want to buy it and it's available to them, fucking right on, man.
Maybe jam these as product placement in the next season of Stranger
I
Things.
guess
Yeah.
now these are being sold as Origins.
I believe so.
So this is Mattel doing this.
Yeah.
It's weird. We saw that in last week. We talked about the turtle thing,
Mhm.
the Turtle Masters crossover, which I'm not sure.
Turtles of Grayskull.
As I understand it, this is not a new universe. There's some story that says the turtles
drop in.
have been transported somehow to Eternia, and
found
they
that.
are doing something on Eternia.
They went back with
Well, look,
Bulor.
I like
Maybe.
the Turtles Batman comics.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think those are great.
yeah.
I got no problems with them. They're a couple of one-offs. No big
Yeah.
deal.
As long as there's some kind of entertainment to go with it that explains why this exists.
Why they're
Because
Yeah.
looking at this, now another Snake Man is cool. I think that's just a new original character. But a
Right.
Demogorgon,
they've got him as Necroconda.
Necroconda.
Oh, I don't get it.
I'm with you.
But who knows? Somebody will buy him.
Not me.
Cool.
This
No.
next one I might buy. And speaking
Oh?
of turtles, the most recent NECA TMT or TMNT turtle monster,
Oh yeah.
Leonardo
Right.
as the creature
Oh,
from
this
Black
one-
Widow.
Wow.
This one of all of the Universal monsters, this is the one that I go, this is a natural fit.
Yeah,
This is fantastic.
This isn't contrived in any way. This makes perfect sense to me.
yeah.
You know what? I got Creature from the Black Lagoon on VHS from my mom on my 9th birthday.
Oh wow.
I love this.
I met the dude that played the creature at my first fan expo.
Oh
Get
wow.
the hell out of here.
Yeah, he was super cool. He's like, "Here, let me autograph this," and then he gave me like a little dollar bill with the creature on it.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
he was
that's
also
very
the first
cool.
time I found out I had to pay for an autograph.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It was affordable back then, wasn't it?
It
Yeah.
was super affordable.
This
Oh,
is
yeah, no problem.
fantastic. A speared piranha. Oh. Yeah.
I can dig this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We've had Frankenstein.
wasn't Mikey the Hunchback?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't remember if they've done Raphael or not yet, but
I don't know.
anyway,
I'm a
But
fan.
this one, again, this one to me does not require. I know I just said like for the He-Man thing, you need some entertainment to explain why this exists.
Yeah.
This one, no, it's okay.
Well, I mean, this goes back to the 80s Turtles where they
Well,
originally crossed over,
did, yeah.
right?
Playmates did do a line of the monster
Universal Monsters.
crossovers. Yeah.
So
And you were
It
saying
is.
this is NECA?
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, they always do right, in my opinion.
Sculpting is always top notch.
Yeah.
Articulation is sometimes questionable, which leads to joint issues. So my standard NECA warning is heat it up before you move it.
yeah.
Yeah, they're no Migo though. So
This next one, you need some money to burn, but it's pretty nice.
I saw pictures of this today,
did ya?
by the way, from their
McCready from the thing coming from Mondo.
Mondo.
Oh, wow.
6 scale.
6 scale, 12-inch. So this is a premium format figure,
Yeah.
as
Look,
is
for
everything Mondo does.
For the spider head alone,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
sell that.
But
Now, we just got
That's
one
the
of
thing
these
that
from
haunted
NECA.
us all as
Yeah.
kids, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
but this particular one, there is a deluxe timed edition that includes the dog and the spider head. And that's available for 10 days only. So as of November 10th
And
at
let me guess,
11:59 p.m.
directly only from Mondo.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you
of
don't get
course.
it there, you're not getting
You're not going to get it. Okay, that makes sense.
it. It comes with a whole bunch of hands, heads, guns, the flamethrower, a little flame attachment, soft goods coat. He's got like leather jacket.
See, again, like
Yeah.
soft
And
goods are
on-
a hit and miss. Now here's a 12-inch figure,
and it works.
and it's
Looks
considerably
fantastic.
better. Yeah.
Stitching
yeah.
is great, especially on the belt, which I'm sure is molded, but the jacket itself,
Yeah.
fantastic.
How do you make zippers look good when they've got to be like miniaturized, right? Like,
Yeah.
and they look pretty good.
Yeah,
Limited-
they're painted, right?
You know,
Maybe.
they might be,
Yeah,
or they could be like a plastic strip or something. Maybe.
True.
yeah.
Nolan says awesome.
Awesome.
He does.
Yeah.
Like the rest of the
Love it.
product photography for this one on the site looks really good too.
We don't have a chest that he can that the spider can burst out of.
Wouldn't you need the one with the like the little open
I'm
mouth
sorry.
chest?
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah,
really
yeah,
just I'm working through some childhood
stuff,
trauma
man.
on
Some
this.
stuff. This isn't helping then, is it?
No, it is. It is.
This is cool though, because like I said, we just got this figure from NECA. So if you're hunting for a smaller scale at a lower
Mhm.
price point, you've got
Got
options.
Yeah.
You've got options, which is more than the
I'm
thing
with
has
that.
had in what 30 years.
Yeah.
Because
Really.
the Russell detail is really good on
It's
the face.
pretty good. It's
Yeah.
pretty darn good.
I think the last one we got was just one of the monsters from the McFarlane movie line.
Yeah,
Back in
yeah,
the
yeah.
late
From
90s.
the movie Maniacs.
Yeah.
The non-posable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or limited posable.
But we've linked to the Mondo site in this one in case you want to go have a better look.
Maybe
so,
you want to go and buy one.
yeah, maybe.
Nice.
This next one, I believe, is coming out.
I
next
saw
week
this
as
and I'm like,
well.
nope,
Really? You're not
No.
even going to get in the spirit?
nope,
Bat Santa
nope.
from McFarlane Toys.
Yeah, it's cute and all, and they're
You know what? I
Somebody's
think I
gonna buy
might
it.
get this for my buddy.
somebody will buy it.
Yeah, and you know what? When you guys talk about, I never thought about this until this very moment. When you guys talk about like, oh, I'd never buy this myself or something like that, but you would buy it for a buddy,
How good a friend
Because-
are they?
and because your buddy would never buy this for themselves, because
Right,
you know, it's like it's a cute, it's kitschy and all that.
right, and so it fits well in the gift category, though.
Yes. All right.
That's
Okay,
what I
I
said.
understand why they do some of this nonsense.
This
then.
reminds me, and the color palette especially reminds
Yeah.
me, and I talked about this. Going back to the Black Series for a minute, those holiday Star Wars Black Series
Yes.
figures, I don't like any of them, except this year they're doing a version of the Nutcracker on the Purge Trooper body, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
it
saw
actually looks
you.
kind of cool.
I saw
Looks
it.
kinda
Yeah.
cool.
I quite enjoyed the Halloween Wookiee.
Did you
I
get
did.
one?
I did.
Oh, nice. Looks like a kitty cat.
Nice.
Yeah. But he comes with a Camtono.
Oh, nice.
Hey,
Is it
do you
colored?
think
It is
he's
colored like a pumpkin.
Oh,
do you
right.
think he's delivering justice?
Too many?
I
Wrapped up in a bow.
thought he was returning all the teeth he'd knocked out.
Maybe he's delivering healthcare.
Merry Christmas. I'm the Bat Tooth Fairy.
But yeah, another point here too. They're going back to the clamshells.
That's true.
Oh, are
So,
they?
That is true.
Plastic be damned, I guess.
Oh yeah. On that note,
Yeah, I see it. Good call.
these both came out this year, so
Back to the window
we've
box.
gone back to window boxes. Yeah.
Well, the cardboard box was just weird.
Well, I mean, some of the deluxe figures are still coming.
I'm like, are they gonna hang these at the front of KB Toys or
Maybe.
Oh, KB has KB come back?
I don't know.
no?
No, I didn't
But
think so.
GameStop
I
was
was
going to
just
have
making
these
a reference.
next week for
Now I-
$32.99.
GameStop here,
I believe so.
so that's Canadian price.
I think it is.
That seems reasonable. $32.99.
All
So
right.
probably around the $25, $26 US, I guess.
Yeah.
So if I walk into one in Las Vegas, we're good to go.
You should be.
Maybe.
You should be.
As of the 10th.
All right.
But it is time to turn
Oh
the
my
console
God!
over
Is
to
it
you,
that
Wes.
time? All right.
Loading lexicon.
Woohoo!
Generating responses. Responses ready. Lexicon is the word game where you decide what's real and what is a con. Get ready. Here we go.
All right, it's time once again where we play Lexicon, the word game where I put up a completely nonsensical word that is 100% legit. I'm going to show you 3 possible definitions. Your job is to decide which one is correct. And if I've done my job, then I have pulled the wool over your eyes and got the con. All right.
All right. What's our word this week?
All right, you ready? This week's word, everybody, is...
Popple.
Popples. I remember those.
You want to hear it again? This week's word
Popple.
is popple.
The little fuzzy people in that turned into balls.
Interesting.
Right?
Popples.
Well,
what
let's
I
go.
think of.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it. You want here definition number 1.
A geological term referring to a small, rounded pebble that has been smoothed and shaped by moving water over a long period of time.
Sea glass.
That is definition number 1. Definition number 2.
A toy and television franchise created in 1986. Popples resemble brightly colored marsupial teddy bears with long pom-pom tails, and they fold inside their own pouches.
Uh-oh.
That's definition number 2.
Yeah.
Or definition number 3.
A 14th century Middle English word that means to bubble or ripple. It is often used in reference to choppy seas.
Popple. What do you guys think?
Okay. So knowing that
Knowing that I
2
already
out of
spoiled mine.
knowing that 2 out of these is fake, and I've always wanted to say this.
Yeah.
It's always fantastic. Like the detail put into replicating what would it be if it wasn't, one of these.
Right.
So good job
Well,
there.
thank you very
Obviously,
much.
it's 2 because it's a popple. Andy, you know it.
Sorry.
We know it.
Red Swenson.
Red.
Says,
Red says, "I trust the old guy." B.
Wait, am I the old guy?
oh, I'm the old guy.
Oh,
wait.
I thought it was my
I thought you're older than me, though.
my
I am older
grand.
than you. I don't think I'm older than Major though. We might be close.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I am.
I am the old guy.
I'm the one spoiling it.
Anybody over 50?
No, not yet.
No.
Then I'm good. We're all in the 40 club.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, so we've got Red for number 2. We've got Andy with a number 2, Major with a number 2. Any more before we get to the revealing? All right.
The
Well,
Jeopardy theme.
seriously, need a musical interlude.
Yeah, we can't afford it. Sorry.
Listen, this week, I got to tell you, you had options because if you picked 2 or 3,
Really?
both are correct.
Wow.
Awesome.
That's the first for the show. First for Lexicon. We give you 2 correct answers this week.
Ooh.
With Popple, I couldn't not include the 86 toy line.
Mhm.
I mean, it's
I appreciate it.
built into the
I
show.
appreciate it.
But
It'd
yeah,
be like if we use snorks. You know what I
that's
mean?
right. They're like Smurfs with snorkels.
Mhm.
And God
Underwater.
knows I ate that cereal every
Did they have-
Saturday
Did
morning.
they have a cereal?
Everything had a
They,
cereal.
they had a cereal.
Oh my
I
god! Did
know
it have
they-
little hooked things on it?
Kind of, but they mostly broke off.
You're going to chew it up anyway.
So it's just Norks.
Yeah.
Missing the curved part.
Norks missing their dorks.
Norks. And we are
They came with
completely off the rails.
hypercolor stickers in their cereal.
Oh wow, that's cool. That is so
Yeah.
cool. I've got to remind me when this is over. I'm going to send you a skit from a Canadian comedian talking about being in the United States in Captain Crunch. I will
Oh
send
my
that to you.
God.
Okay,
Is that the K. Trevor Wilson?
K. Trevor, yeah.
Crunch berries.
Oops, just crunch berries.
So good.
All right, well, that's been this week's edition of Lexicon. Come back if you like this kind of thing, because I'll do it again next week, where I will give you a completely outrageous, nonsensical word that, like I said, is 100% legit, and we'll play it all over again.
Nice.
All right, Andy, where are we going?
Speaking of K. Trevor Wilson,
Yeah.
I didn't get a slide for this, but I just found out at dinner time the next season of Letterkenny is coming.
Oh, really?
But
Hey-o.
it's going to be the last season.
Oh, really?
Final season coming this Christmas.
Is it coming to a natural conclusion, or is it a viewership thing?
I don't know. I think it's a natural conclusion, but
People wanting to move on?
maybe because I know
Not bad for something that started as an
Jared,
internet
he's
show
already done his first spinoff. They're just finished the second
with
season
the Shoresy. Yeah.
so,
Yeah. Pretty good for something that started as an internet show.
yeah.
Just a couple of dudes.
Any chance we get a Trailer Park Boys crossover?
I kind of thought
I
that
think-
was a natural
I
did
think
too.
Kind of spiritually has because J Rock's in there.
as J-Rock.
No, he's in there as Noah Dick.
Okay.
Right.
The Amish guy Noah Dick, who's always trying to peddle his dick.
That's hilarious. Dick meat.
And then his
Look,
his
if I don't
wife,
see
Anita
bubbles,
Dick.
I'm out. You know what I mean?
True.
But
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
fantastic
Ricky.
shows. Both
Holy
fantastic
fuck,
shows, in my opinion.
But J Rock is also in Shoresy as one of the announcers. And I didn't realize it until season 2.
Old Jonathan Torrens, man.
Yep.
That guy's kind of cool. He's cool.
But speaking of two guys,
Yeah.
South Park put
Oh, here we
Kathleen
go.
Kennedy on blast.
Here we go.
And Gina Carano jumped right on.
Interesting enough. Not unsurprising.
No. Yeah, she took to Twitter and said regarding this episode where South Park enters the Panderverse.
Yeah.
This is the part where Kathleen Kennedy demands any YouTubers get censored off of YouTube for sharing and laughing at this hilarious episode. She'll have YouTube disabled and the thumbs down option because the ratio she'll receive. Then she'll have her own publicist ghouls make sure the Variety and Hollywood Reporter run hit pieces about South Park creators and their families, smearing their names through every useful idiot she has under her thumb who would sell their soul to work for Lucasfilm. She'll activate her online mob to repeat that the South Park creators are racist, bigots, transphobes, and demand South Park creators publicly apologize by only using words she approves of. And finally, she'll demand that they subject themselves to a re-education course of 45 people in the LGBTQ community Zoom call to sit there and listen of how badly they got their feelings hurt all over a little boop on the South Park episode. But maybe, just maybe, the jig is up.
I just want to say, Gina Carano, tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
Is there a bit of a through the looking glass here on how she might have been treated on the way out from Lucasfilm?
Maybe.
Or is this just straight up being angry?
I don't know.
It's anger, and if I could say anything, it's just, brevity is the soul of wit.
Well, that
Like,
is true.
I may even agree with you, but it just goes on, and it's a
and there was a second longer rant.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can we talk
I'm
a
sorry,
bit?
was this on what did we call it at the beginning?
Xting.
It was an
Xting?
Xted. She
What's the
Xted
next?
this. She Xted this.
She exited on the X, formerly known as Twitter.
She did, yes.
Oh, okay.
So can we talk about the actual what happened in the episode that sparked this?
Basically,
I think the episode was actually pretty great.
Yeah.
As a non-South Park fan, I'm the one who's in the dark.
South Park for ages now has been like light years ahead of like social commentary.
Yeah.
And again, they're spot on, right? The premise is she's explaining to Cartman why Disney movies all suck now.
Kathleen Kennedy is explaining.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And she
So
uses
he seeks her out and finds her.
Yeah.
And she tells him that she's been using the Pander Stone to make all the decisions and make
Right, because just Cartman is, the Disney properties are very near and dear to his heart.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
You can go check out the clip. We've actually linked to it in the show notes.
I do have to say this. Thank God for U.S. parody law, because that
has saved them.
So can we spoil that, Andy? Or
of course you can. Of course you can.
Just to say, she sees the errors of her ways in this episode, which is a great.
That's cool,
isn't it?
That's cool.
I thought it was a really great way to go with it.
That's very cool.
And she apologized. Yeah. There's more, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Well, that sends an interesting message back, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But it does. It really does. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to go watch it just for that.
But as you were speaking on earlier,
here we go.
Yeah, moving forward.
Here we go. I read another thing the other day, last night. So Highlander moving forward, and yes, Henry Cavill is confirmed to be playing the role of Connor McLeod. Going to be directed by John Wick director Chad Stahelski. Mm-hmm. He has gone on record and said it's basically going to be John Wick with swords.
Yep.
Love it.
The other thing I read last night was, will there be that crazy score from Queen? And the answer is, and this isn't a direct quote, I'm paraphrasing when I say this, not in the way you think, but absolutely Queen's music will be in this movie.
I hope
so. Okay, so are we talking about that? I am immortal.
Yeah.
We are. So I did not know that was Queen.
When Queen came, when Highlander came out in 1986, 85, 86, Queen did the soundtrack for this, and they released it as a studio record, A Kind of Magic. Every song except for One Vision is in the movie. And then, of course, One Vision was in the Iron Eagle soundtrack.
Yeah.
Fantastic record, fantastic music. But yes.
It made your top 10 list.
Oh, yeah, it totally did. It absolutely did. Yeah, that's right.
I'd also like to apologize for my falsetto.
Why? It was glorious.
What was that movie that Christopher Lambert was in?
Mortal Kombat?
Is it Blind Fury?
That was Rutger Hauer.
Was it?
Yeah, that's Rutger Hauer. Yeah, that's based on we just talked about that in Ahsoka. The Blind
I am
Samurai.
Embarrassed and ashamed.
Christopher Lambert. I think Highlander. Which came first, Greystoke or Highlander? I think Greystoke came before this, and that's where he got his notoriety for North American audiences. Nothing like taking a Frenchman who barely speaks English and making him play a Scottish character.
There's so many movies that Lambert is in that I love, and none of them come to mind right now, save for Highlander and Highlander 2.
Mortal Kombat!
Raiden.
Oh, yes, thank you. But we made fun of him in that.
Lord
because,
Raiden.
He wasn't Raiden, but
not really.
That's okay.
Wearing white.
And bringing it back to Robotech, right?
Oh, yeah.
Raiden.
Some horses get beaten well after death, though. They do. That's true. Listen, I am angry, but not surprised at Robotech being where it is right now. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
It is.
Do I want a live action thing? Of course I do. It's been it's definitely been one of my nerd dreams since I was.
Do you want Henry Cavill as Rick?
You know what? I could take Henry Cavill. I could find a role for him. He could be a Dante. He could be another officer, maybe. I don't know if I would give him global status, but he could be a somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I'd want to see as Bretai? I just thought of this. I'm sorry, not Bretai.
Peter Dinklage for Exodore. Peter Dinklage for Exodore.
Kevin Pollak
for Exodore. Woo.
Yeah. Anyway, again, sorry for just derailing.
We're just taking over.
I love a Highlander reboot.
There's a lot of those films where it's like, and we joke about this. I think the one we talk about the most is you cannot reboot Back to the Future. And for the longest time, I'd always sort of put Highlander in that sort of category. Because in my world, everything after the first movie doesn't exist. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's issues with Highlander 2, which is essentially well, there's a bunch of reasons why that movie is awful. And then Highlander 3 with Mara Van Peebles is essentially a retelling of Highlander 1 with Mara Van Peebles.
Mm-hmm. And then part 4 is like the
gelling, the meeting of the minds. Yeah.
The film.
Well, Chad Stahelski has said that this reboot is going to embrace all eras of Highlander, including not just Highlander the series, but also Highlander the Raven. I don't know how they're going to handle that.
Yeah.
But it wants to. So we're going to have watchers in it. Is that what we're going to do? I don't know.
Somebody's got to watch these duels and keep track of how many's left.
Yeah. I just want to be taken away to a movie where I get to suspend disbelief and just get a cool story where, yeah, it's hokey and silly, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
That's what the John Wicks are. You know, I want Calgon in the movie, you know.
Yeah.
Take me away, Calgon.
That's right.
What do you think about a Highlander and a Mortal Kombat, just to mix the two things?
Listen, this latest Mortal Kombat game has been doing these crossover characters. They've tossed in Predator, RoboCop, the Terminator. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? You know,
I'd love to see the Highlander.
Highlander lends itself to crossing over several genres. Like all the flashbacks from the original Highlander could have been their own movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, for example, and this came up the other day. I was talking with my wife. They're talking about doing a follow-up to Prey.
Yes.
Of course, basically the next Predator movie. And they're saying it'll be a World War II film.
Nice.
You know, different ways to subvert the World War II genre. I talked about this when they did Overlord, and that was a World War II zombie movie. I don't do horror, but Overlord was amazing. I love that movie.
Yeah.
I'm down for a Predator World War II movie.
Why not?
Absolutely.
I want to see a mid attack on Pearl Harbor World War II alien movie. That's
that. Yeah. As it's happening.
Yeah.
As the fleet is getting attacked at Pearl Harbor, and there's an alien running around.
Yeah, and Yamamoto saying we've awoken the dragon, you know.
Oh yeah.
And the reason they hit Pearl Harbor was because of an infestation of aliens.
Oh man.
No, that's an interesting idea.
Yes.
From the Japanese perspective.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
whoever owns the property, is that Universal?
It used to be Fox.
For Alien,
it's Disney now.
It's Disney now. Yeah.
Okay.
Alien and
Give
Predator.
Us a call. Yeah. Give us a call. We'll write you a treatment real quick.
Alien and Predator are both at Disney. Highlander, I'm not sure where that one sits. It might be Universal.
Maybe.
It might be.
Cool.
Believe it might be Lionsgate.
That
it's going to.
Okay.
Because where is it here?
Summit first acquired the remake rights to the original in 2008.
So they've been holding on to it for a while. But
not surprising.
Yeah.
Cool.
This next one.
As long as what?
It isn't canon.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
This next one's for you.
Oh, yeah. Listen, this is the second time I've seen this come up, and there's another one I just saw that somebody's built a Mark I Viper. Oh. For Battlestar Galactica fans, this is a love letter. Somebody has recreated the Mark II Colonial Viper in their garage, 1-to-1.
How are you gonna get that out?
1-to-1 scale.
Yep.
It's beautiful. It has all of the lines.
Wow.
You know,
it's detailed like crazy.
I'm an unapologetic Battlestar fan. I love the Ron Moore, David Icke series. I've always listed Battlestar Galactica in my top 3 sci-fi properties, most important, most influential sci-fi properties.
Yeah.
It's Star Wars, Star Trek, and Battlestar. And arguably Battlestar is my number 2.
Fair enough.
When it comes to, and you know I'm a ship nerd.
Yep.
When it comes to updating ships, when we got the updated X-Wing in Star Wars, I was like, yeah, it's an X-Wing. I mean, actually I can do that here.
Well, look, it just happens to be there. Note the merch.
When we updated the T65 to the T, what is this one? The T80. It was okay. It was just okay. I mean, you had the classic lines, And then they got that split wing, and you knew it was an X-wing, but it was just okay. When they updated the Viper Mark 1 to the Mark 2, I dare say the Mark 2 is the perfect upgrade for a science fiction ship. Flawless. I love it.
With you.
Well, sticking with sci-fi properties, you had posted this one, and I thought this was pretty neat. Fans of the old records and whatnot
Oh yeah.
can go check out Rebel Mission to Ord Mantell on
So
YouTube.
Nice.
this is on Spotify.
Is it on Spotify as well?
Is it?
It's on Spotify. It's also on. Sorry, it's on YouTube.
Yes.
I apologize. It's
We've
on
linked
YouTube.
to it in the show notes if you want to go give it a listen.
Don't
Sorry.
read the subtitles. The subtitles are wrong.
Just sit back and listen.
Is the whole production what, 5 minutes?
It's
No,
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
30
Well,
minutes.
look at that. Look at that sticker versus the exposed album.
Oh yeah, that's just me cutting it off. Sorry.
Nice. But you remember the line from The Empire Strikes Back?
Of
You
course.
running into that bounty hunter on Ord Mantell.
Yep.
Well, this before anything was done that was considered canon. Is it Brian Daly? Brian Daly who wrote?
Yeah.
Brian Daly who wrote the novelization of Star Wars, and has done a bunch of other film novelizations. Wrote this Rebel Mission to Ord Mantell. It is a fully produced audio drama with unique voice actors,
Sound effects and all
And-
that good stuff.
and in all honesty, as sound-alikes, they're pretty good. And it's got full sound effects and music. It's a wonderful production. If you've got 30 minutes to spare and you want to escape into the galaxy far, far away, this is a great way to waste a half an hour. It's pretty
They
cool.
did the same actors from the radio drama, did they?
They
you have,
may actually have.
John Lithgow as Vader.
Oh, Vader's not in this, so I can't tell you that.
Right.
But there might be. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, look it up. That's cool.
Yeah, take yourself back to 1983.
It's
Well,
a
it's
fun.
83, yeah.
It is a fun. It is definitely fun.
Yeah.
Now I have
Cool.
to know. I said it was on Spotify. I misspoke.
Yeah.
I'm gonna double check.
It is
that
for
just
sure
to
on
make
YouTube.
Sure. Rebel
Mission to
Rebel-
Ord Mantell.
Mission to. Yeah, it's not there. Oh, wait a minute.
Maybe.
Rebel meets Rebel. No, that's not it either. Okay, it's not there.
Okay. So
I-
YouTube it
I
is.
apologize.
This next one, though, is coming to Amazon.
Woot woot.
The video game series Fallout is
Yep.
getting a TV show. And it's finally
This
got
is
a release date.
interesting.
It's going to launch April 12th, 2024.
A day before my birthday.
Well, there you go.
Well, happy birthday then, and happy birthday next time.
Hmm.
I appreciate it.
They've released a teaser for it. And it's just like a little computer screen that pops up and gives you a bunch of
Cool.
swiping data and whatnot. And then
Enough to get you like, oh, what's
yeah.
this?
Yeah. But there is a trailer out there. I don't have a link for that, unfortunately. But it's helmed by Westworld's Jonathan Nolan.
Oh,
and it's
really?
set to feature plenty of fan favorite aspects from the games.
Cool.
According to the poster, it'll be set in Los Angeles, and there's a mention of Vault 33.
All right.
So,
All right.
fans of the games should be happy with it.
That is fair.
You got to wait till April to find out.
Okay.
This next one here,
this
I
is
laugh.
pop culture adjacent.
It is pop culture adjacent.
This
but
is kinda
at the
funny,
same
though.
time, it's like, really, you're just catching up with this now. President Joe Biden is now more worried about AI after
Now that he's
watching
seen Mission Impossible.
Dead Reckoning.
Oh, that AI thing, that might be a problem.
Yeah, apparently the opening sequence of the film was the last straw for him.
Is that right?
Yeah, and he signed an executive order on Monday that will govern the development and use of artificial intelligence under a new set of industry standards.
Industry.
Our president, ladies
what
and
industry?
gentlemen.
Yeah,
Our
yeah,
president. Thank you so much.
So
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Under the new order, AI developers will be required to share safety test results with the government, among other information.
Okay. Okay.
At some point, though, like it's going to get past that. Like you're
We
going to
talked
cross a
about this,
line, and
yeah.
there's no going back.
We've talked about it before. It's Pandora's box, and once you've opened it, you can't put it back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm sure a 77-year-old guy can put it back in the box.
Of course, just a little bit of legislation. It's all good.
He is good with technology and stairs. It's fine.
Two things he both has trouble finding.
I, for one, and just because we're doing this over the internet, I, for one, welcome our
new
AI
overlords.
Our new AI overlords. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, did you see that over in Japan they released the first fully AI commercial?
I have not seen
start to
that.
finish. There's no actors. There's no anything. It's all AI generated.
And that's one of those things because you can.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
You know my thoughts on it. I still think there are uses for AI. There definitely are.
But as long as AI or like, there's that meme right with Ultron. It says, Ultron was here for 5 minutes, seeing us on the internet, and decided we need to go.
Absolutely, yeah. That's another Elon Musk thing. He talked about. Elon Musk was on a podcast, and he made the same analogy with Terminator. That it's like when Skynet, that humanity built an AI to protect the world from itself, and Skynet went out and basically started watching what was going on in the world.
You're the problem.
Yeah, basically said, "Oh, here's a thing, a cyber attack. Skynet, here's a cyber attack. We want you to stop it." Skynet interprets that as, you want me to stop myself. You're the enemy.
Can we just build that in?
The three laws of robotics.
We know we're terrible. Please ignore everything we're doing.
Be better than us.
Yeah.
Without killing us.
That's why you're here.
Without killing all of us.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet, but apparently the film's opening sequence features a sentient AI dubbed the Entity, and it sinks a submarine, which in turn kills the crew.
Oh boy.
And Ethan Hunt returns to try and face off against the rogue technology. But
so
it's not just AI that can do that these days.
We've just joined the Fast franchise. What is next?
Yeah.
What's left to do? AI.
Can we name AI something ridiculous so that we don't have to take it seriously? Like, I don't
Bernie?
know. Mordecai, Bernie. Yeah. Yeah, I love it.
The flatulator.
Yeah, not the Entity.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, what's
like,
that?
This is Lou.
The creator.
This is our AI, Lou. Oh, why'd you name him Lou? I don't know. Lou Richard?
This is Flappy McFlapface.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. But apparently this executive order will take effect in the next 90 to 365 days.
So by the time his hand reaches from where it is currently to the podium?
To the podium,
maybe,
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But going back to the Marvel thing, apparently they're considering doing a new Avengers movie with the original cast. Because of backlash from the latest phases.
Listen, we've all had our nitpicks about, and I've said it right from the get-go, I've not been as invested in anything as I was in the Infinity Saga.
It was good. They laid the seeds for it. They laid the groundwork and everything.
I think this falls in.
It takes what, 12 years to do that?
Yeah.
Right?
It does.
And you're not going to get another one of those instantly.
I get them not being interested in doing that, but at the same time, like, that's all I want to see.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
So let's bring AI in, is all I'm saying.
Well, now I was going to say
AI.
Now that the Ultimate Universe is back in comics.
Oh my God, there's another.
So why don't we just? Yeah. Okay, this is an Ultimates. I mean, the MCU Avengers was always loosely based on the Ultimates anyway.
Yeah.
But why don't we just go this what it is?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Could we get everybody to come back?
Probably. Money talks.
A lot of them would be green screen. It'd be like the season 4 of Arrested Development, but with a little bit more money.
Listen, of all of these guys, the ones I want to see the most is I want Steve Rogers to come back more than anything else.
Yeah.
And secondly, I want a serious Thor movie where he is the Odin son.
Yes.
Those are the things I want. The rest of them I can be meh.
I want another Hulk movie.
World War Hulk.
Yeah, they kind of did it and they didn't do it right, but I want a proper World War Hulk. Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean RDJ a flashback?
Yeah, for sure. Sure, we can flash back to him. Absolutely.
All right.
Or just give him the little AI treatment like he did in the comics.
Oh, yes.
Well,
He's
yeah,
the new Jarvis, right?
we could do that
Yeah.
too. Yep, yep.
Red says more Hawkeye.
More Hawkeye.
We got more Hawkeye. We had a whole show
Yeah,
about
we
it.
got
We
tons
did.
of Hawkeye.
We got a series out of him. Yeah.
And that gave us
I,
Echo.
I
which
agree
really
with
is-
you. Let's get
What?
more.
Yeah. What's up with that?
I don't know.
Is that like tanking now?
I don't know. They don't have
On
faith
hold?
in it, but
It's on hold. Eh?
yeah.
That's too bad because I actually liked her.
Yeah. And like,
Yeah.
what? They're going to put it on hold because it represents another faction of society.
No, it's
and-
probably because it's linked to Daredevil, and Daredevil just had a whole completely just got put through the ringer.
Yep.
That's
But
probably why.
There's good news for Daredevil.
Oh yeah, I did. I read that as well.
Yeah. And
Oh, funny that we just happened to
speaking
be
of
right
that good
there.
news,
Yeah.
Daredevil has landed Netflix's Punisher's showrunner.
So there you
for
go.
it. So yeah.
There you go.
What's his name here? I had it. I lost it.
Dario. Oh my God. How do you?
Scartapane.
Scartapane.
Yeah.
Scartapane?
So he's taken the reins as new showrunner, and that's in the wake of the departing writers Chris Ord and Matt Corman. And then Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, the team from Loki season 2, have been tapped to direct the first episodes.
Okay.
So
Okay. I'm optimistic.
yeah,
I am optimistic. We know that talking about Daredevil it wasn't even going to show up in costume or something for like the
until
first.
the fourth episode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they were going
just-
to lean real hard into the whole legal drama thing.
We've already got it.
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk. We don't need to do it again.
No.
If he goes to court once or twice over the course of the season,
Yeah.
fine.
But
I'll
get
tell
out
you
there
what.
and beat the shit out of people.
If they do the Law and Order, boom, boom, I will accept it. If they
No.
do not, no.
We have to get a version of Matt Murdock openly defending superheroes in court.
Yes.
You know, let's
We
take
got a-
another
we got
run
a
at Civil
taste of
War.
it
Let's take
in
another
Spider-Man.
Sure, but
But
let's take another run
In
at
the
Civil
Marvel
War.
legal system, there are two parties.
That's
Nelson and Murdoch.
the punchy and the puncher.
This one just came out. They announced a teaser for it yesterday. And
Mm.
today we got the first 2-minute-ish trailer.
Yeah,
It looks good.
it does look good.
Cornelius is returning in Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
If
I
you're
have
a
heard
fan,
about
are you a fan of the live action, the rebooted?
Yes, I am.
They have been
Yeah.
so good,
Oh,
and this
they
looks
have
to
been.
be. This looks to be coming like from the little bit that we got to see, and I don't want to spoil it for you,
No,
but it looks like we're coming. We're not full circle yet,
no.
but we are
Right.
getting there with the
Yeah.
devolved humanity.
Yeah.
Sure.
It looks so good.
Yeah,
Set to hit
I'm a fan of the
theaters.
originals. I'm a fan of this series. So
How about
Yeah.
the
The Mark Wahlberg, the Tim Burton.
I like that one. I don't have a problem with that.
okay,
I was gonna say.
oh,
I,
go
I
ahead.
was gonna say
You never wanted to make out with a monkey more?
when they made the original films, Roddy McDowell dipped out because he was obligated to do the TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like the TV show?
I don't remember. the
Yes,
show.
I did.
How about the animated series?
That one I did not see.
Yeah, there's an animated series. I think I want to say it's a Filmation show, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but this new one is supposed to hit theaters in May, so don't have to wait too long.
That's not
for
too
it.
far away. Yeah.
So as a kid, my first crushes were Nova from.
Oh
Planet of
wow.
the Apes,
Yeah.
right. It was Nova and Apollonia from Godfather,
Cool.
and then I went. Interesting that neither of them speak English.
Yeah.
I got some things to work out, apparently. But those were my two first,
yeah.
silver screen crushes.
The crux of the trailer shows Cornelius talking about having these weird dreams, which may or may not be sort of prophetic visions.
Mhm.
And at some point, it looks like he's going to be going on what appears to be some kind of journey
Yeah,
with a human,
Yeah.
with a human character.
Wow.
it's like he's got a pet human.
Yeah, as well as this, Golden Eagle?
He's that one with nature. Because what it doesn't show there, but it does show in the trailer, it pulls back. He's on a horse.
Oh, that's
at
right.
this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
So, Red
you guys
says,
watch Dana Gould's Dr. Zaius? show on YouTube?
Oh, I have
have
not.
not.
Oh, it's
Now
like
I'm gonna have
a
to.
Space Ghost Coast to Coast,
Oh, that's hilarious.
where he's hosting it like he's a 70s talk show host as
Cool.
Dr. Zaius.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
What a
Watch
risk.
it. Great.
Red wants a Planet of the Apes by Gendy Tartakovsky.
Yeah.
So like an animated Gendy Oh, so a Samurai Jack
Oh,
style,
yeah.
Clone Wars style.
Primal.
I was gonna say
Oh,
first.
yeah.
Clone Wars, yeah.
But I don't think that Andy Serkis is attached to this one, though.
In any capacity?
I don't believe so.
I mean, the
I
guy
think
is
he's
the,
that blade of grass right there. That's how good he is.
He's the master of mocap.
He is, but that's, I don't know.
I could
Kind
see him as a consultant or something.
I would hope so. At least something, but
I know he's done that in other films where he's been like the motion capture for Godzilla. He was the motion capture consultant.
Yeah.
On that.
Again, can we just take a small break to, give a little respect to Ahmad Best?
yeah.
Okay.
We totally
All right. I know Circus is different and the king, but for the pioneers.
And he's back, man. He is back in a big way.
Mhm.
And God bless him for that.
I'm all for give the man more work.
Yep.
Love him. Love him.
But in this one here, it'll be Owen Teague playing Cornelius.
Okay.
He was in The Stand, I guess.
I'm not familiar with him.
No, me neither. We've also got Freya Allen, Peter Macon, Ika Darville,
Yeah.
Kevin Durand,
Freya Allen, is she not
The Witcher.
Siri?
The Witcher.
Is she Siri in The Witcher? I think she is.
Yeah. Then you've got Sarah Wiseman and William H. Macy. Rounding out the
That's
cast.
cool. That's cool.
So,
Nice.
yeah. So we've also linked to the trailer in the show notes if you want to go have a look for yourself. And
It's not. I wish it was longer.
yeah, but
wish it was-
it's a very good tease.
It is
It gives
good,
you just
yeah.
enough to get you like, oh. We're getting close to the end here, though.
Are we? Oh, well, then I guess it's that time where if you were thinking about it, stop thinking, pick up the phone because we're almost at that time where we say goodbye. So if
That's what I did, and then I ended up just being on the show.
Hey, random things happen.
If you've got a piece of pop culture or entertainment news that we didn't talk about this week that you think you want to get your say on, pick up the phone, give us a call, or hit us up in the live chat. Now's your time.
Mm.
And just to be clear, guys, I'll never do this again without your permission.
What, hijack a show?
Oh, but
Yes.
Oh, we got a call coming
incoming
in.
call. Hello, you're live on Fandom Power.
Hey lads, how's it going?
Hello,
bad.
Eric the Red Swenson. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. I started watching you guys at work, and now I'm at home with a belly full of chicken wings.
Oh, that's great.
Ooh.
So I knew we were going to go a little late tonight.
Dinner and a show.
See what happens when you have another personality? You have another personality.
He
and
does
it
add
just...
something.
Well, we're glad that Major is here. Eric, what do you want to talk
Yeah,
about
man.
tonight?
Well, I did miss a little bit, so I'm not 100% sure
Oh,
if you
that's
hit
okay.
on some of this stuff
That's
yet.
okay. No, that's
Uh,
okay. We can go backwards, sideways, whatever way you want to go.
I am
wait. I
currently
didn't mean
super
that way.
stoked. Oh,
I didn't mean it
well,
that way.
whatever gets you done, man.
Sure.
So I am currently super stoked because BlizzCon is this weekend.
Oh, that's interesting.
And,
Now that the Microsoft thing is going through, what's that going to look like?
Mm.
yeah, now that we have Daddy Warbucks to fund the war chest.
What is he gonna be cutting down the war chest?
I don't know.
Well, maybe. But I will say the 10th expansion for World of Warcraft is expected to be announced
Oh, wow.
at BlizzCon. 10 expansions next year, November. It'll be
Yeah.
a 20-year-old game,
Oh, wow. And still going.
still going. So pretty amazing on that end.
It's amazing
just-
that game has had the longevity that it's had. And I mean, there have been other MMORPGs that have tried. There was, EverQuest, and then there was, there was a free one there for a while that I can't remember what it was called.
There were a couple.
Star Wars.
There have
even
been a
got
couple
in
that
there.
have come and gone.
Yeah,
The
this
Old
is what I
Republic
mean.
tried it.
Well, and then Star Wars Galaxies before that, and yet
Yep.
World of Warcraft lives on.
Mm.
So
Can't-
very excited about that.
Can't make a good movie, but can make a great game.
You know,
'Cause
I
they didn't
will
have bananas
say,
in it.
as a Warcraft fan,
Yeah.
that movie was not terrible.
It had Travis Fimmel in it. I like Travis Fimmel, so that was okay.
It definitely wasn't great, but it was absolutely not terrible.
I think it was one of those movies that if you were a fan of the lore and you knew exactly what all the references were, you got way more out of it than the casual viewer like myself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Same
Yeah.
with FNAF.
Just like watching the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Facebook user
So
says the
there's
movie was
that.
okay.
The movie was
The
okay.
movie, yeah, it
was okay. So yeah, we've got the what do you say, the 10th expansion, making it a 20-year-old game.
10th expansion. It'll be 20 years old. It's 19 years this year. It'll be 20 next year.
And in all the years that Warcraft has been around, it's only ever been on PC. They've never tried to port it. They've never tried to do one of those funky, let's get all the console gamers in on the action.
They did add functionality, so I can plug an Xbox controller into my computer and play the game like
with
that
with a gamepad instead of a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, but it's at this point it's far too much spaghetti code to ever try and put it on.
As long as you're using,
I don't even want to.
As long as you're using a Microsoft approved controller.
Oh yeah, that might be patched in now.
Yep.
Interesting.
Speaking of throwbacks and old stuff, have you guys watched Frasier 2023?
I have not.
Still have not watched it, no.
I have Paramount Plus now, and I did watch the 20 or 30-minute primer to the show. That didn't do anything for me. It didn't do anything for me. I got to be honest. But I didn't really like Frasier when it was on. I thought of Frasier as that weird kooky doctor from Cheers, and he was just a side guy. I didn't think that Frasier warranted his own show. Clearly he did, and I am wrong, but it just never resonated with me.
Any chance or any opportunity for BB Newirth to be on TV. Such a crush on her.
Fair.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. She seems so cold, like I imagine my mother to be, you know? Oh, I love it.
As a Frasier fan, the show is okay,
sure,
but seeing Kelsey Grammer back as Frasier is great.
Interesting though that he's gone back to Boston, and that primer said that, and Kelsey said Frasier's got unfinished business in Boston.
Yeah,
presumably it's his adult son.
Yeah.
So you've
hit the nail right on the head.
You are watching. Yes, you're watching.
Eric? I've watched the first episode. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to watching the rest, but mildly apprehensive, just because it is a very different tone.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Not on talk radio anymore. Now he's teaching at a university or something, I think.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
I think that's what they've set it up as. Cool. Yeah. So Frasier.
So yeah, there's that.
Lay it on me. What else you got?
And then my last little thing is, and this is something that I'm really excited for, is the Scott Pilgrim cartoon.
Now we talked about that a couple of weeks ago, that it was getting and it's coming with all of the, well, not all, but it's coming with a large portion of the original cast from the live action movie.
Yeah.
Reprising their roles. So that's going to be cool.
So I read the books long before the first movie was made.
Yeah.
The movie was pretty good adaptation. It's not like One Piece levels of accurate, but it was a decent adaptation of the comic books to try and cram all of that into a 2-hour movie.
Yeah, yeah.
This is how it should have been done in the first place.
Drawn out as an animated series.
I'm
curious to know if they're going to go with the sprite. The when I say sprite, like a video game, like an 8-bit sprite, if that's how they're going to animate it that way, or will it have some more?
There is a trailer out, and you can also find the opening sequence on YouTube.
Oh, that's official, or is that leaked?
It's official.
Okay.
It's distinctly an anime style cartoon, so it will not be to everybody's taste, but they did bring in a professional anime studio to animate it.
Totally fair.
Yeah, and it's one of those things like I mentioned earlier in the comments. Some of these properties just really should be animated, like the way Vox Machina was animated, like this is now being animated. Like it just, you need to have the freedom of animation to show some of those crazy effects.
I agree. I mean, but you know, any tentpole blockbuster summer franchise movie is essentially animated now anyway.
Yeah.
But I certainly get what you're saying. There is a cost factor that I think keeps it away from being that, because I don't see any reason why they can't just make a straight up live action anything and make it super cool. It comes down to that. You either have enough money or enough time, or a combination of the two things. Those are the things that prevent, CGI from being really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
absolutely.
And animation, nobody does traditional animation anymore. Nobody does hand-drawn cell animation anymore.
Well, yeah, of course.
So I have issue with animation when I watch it and it's like clunky, and I equate it to, 30 drawings per second versus 100 drawings per second. There's just a smooth quality to that, and you can really see when animation is done on the cheap. It just looks cheap. Most of your first run syndicated television animation looks like that. There are exceptions. Mm-hmm. There are exceptions. Now that I've subscribed to Stack TV, I watched the first episode of the new Tiny Toons, and that is right in there. It's like, it doesn't look
like the
original. No.
It's like the new Looney Tunes. I can't get past the animation.
There's some uncanny valley there for me that I just don't appreciate. Cool, Fair man. Enough. Do you got anything else you want to talk about?
Nope, that's where I'm at today.
Oh, well, that's awesome, man. Always appreciate the call. Thanks for joining us tonight, and stick with us because we'll be back again next week with more of the same. And look forward to talking to you soon.
Absolutely.
All right, bye for now, man.
99 boys.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. But staying in the vein of animated, Chris Pratt.
Oh, okay.
Is on board the new reboot of Garfield.
You mean Super Mario? Is he going to be Garfield now?
He's going to be Garfield now.
So he's Super Mario and Garfield.
Yes, he is.
Oh, no.
So he's tweeted out that he is, going to be Garfield. It's coming to theaters President's Day weekend 2024. And
I'm liking this. Now, Pratt has X'd here. He said,
he X'd.
Get ready for some Garfield coming to theaters on President's Day weekend 2024. Finally, a Monday you're not going to hate. I've been deep in research on this one. Mostly eating lasagna, but also licking myself clean. Let's go. Tell me that he got some FaceTime with the merman.
I hope so.
You would think.
I would hope so.
I would hope.
Red says, does
this officially make him Italian?
Maybe.
I don't know.
But yeah, he's going to be voicing Garfield. Also is in the movie is going to be Samuel L. Jackson voicing a new character.
Oh,
Garfield's father.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, wow.
That could be funny.
Yeah.
I mean, because let's think about it. We have Odie, right?
Yeah.
John, normal. That's about it.
Right.
Wasn't there one?
Doesn't John have a girlfriend that periodically shows up?
Did she have a cat as well?
A female cat.
Yeah, that pink cat.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
But
wait, I have a question for the two of you gentlemen, and for those of you who are watching. Garfield or Heathcliff?
Heathcliff.
Garfield.
Heathcliff.
Well, what about Eek the cat?
I don't think you can compare them.
Look, no one. Heathcliff was the man.
Heathcliff.
What a fantastic show that was.
Loved Heathcliff.
That's why I say let's get another Duckula going on too.
Yeah.
Also in this film, we're going to have Nicholas Hoult from Renfield.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Ving Rhames is going to be in there.
Yeah.
Cicely Strong, and Waddingham from Ted Lasso. I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen Ted Lasso, but it's on my list.
Brett Goldstein, Bowen Yang, and Mark Dindal is going to be directing using a screenplay from David Reynolds, the guy that
is
did
this
Finding
SNL
Nemo.
production?
You kind of wonder because it got quite a few talent anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Cecily Strong, have you guys watched Schmigadoon?
I have not.
No.
Okay, it's on Apple Plus.
I just got Apple Plus.
Cecily Strong and Keegan-Michael Key.
Yep.
It's a musical. Fantastic. The
Okay.
first season is great. The second season is great. Stream it. It's wonderful.
I'll have a hard time convincing my wife when I say it's a musical, honey.
I know, but it's a funny music. It's it makes fun of itself.
Talking about this is not Garfield related, but talking about musicals, season 2 of Strange New Worlds had a musical episode, and I loved it.
Everything has a musical episode.
My wife did not like
Buffy the Vampire Slayer,
or she liked it less, I should say.
Supernatural did.
Where do we go from
Where was
here?
it? Who was it that their musical episode was live? Did they do that on Drew Carey?
Was that Grease? Reboot one? Oh, we got another call.
Drew
We got another call. Wait a second. Don't say anything, caller. Don't say anything. I just want to say this could only happen. Oh, and we just dropped Major. Oh my gosh. What a time for Mage to lose connection as we are joined by the other half. Oh, wait, here he comes. Here he comes.
Okay, don't say anything yet.
Yeah, okay. This could only happen on our show where we get a meeting of the minds. Welcome to the show, the other half of Reflex Point, a Robotech podcast, Paul Marquez.
Get the hell out of here.
Actually, my name is John Smith. I was calling in to ask Major when the next episode was coming out.
John Cena, because we can't see you.
So wait, that's a great aside, and a total plug for your show, guys. I kid you not. There are so few Robotech podcasts in existence, and if you are looking for one that is long form, that is deep dive, and chews on all of the fat in just the right way, Reflex Point is the go-to show. That being said, I did notice there was some new traffic on your Facebook page.
There was
There
some
new traffic.
was.
Yeah.
There was.
So
how are you guys doing? I was stuck at work, and I was waiting for that timer to go down. Like, please let me get my call in before they end.
The thing with the call in thing is great. I keep forgetting to go back and how many times can I plug that in one show, right? Yeah. I do it at the beginning. Just call in. Don't wait for me. Just call, because you just interrupt the show and call in. It's totally fine. And then it's I'll give you the one more when we get towards the end. But
yeah.
This is great to have both you guys on the show at the same time. What's going on in your world, Paul Marquez? What do you want to talk about tonight?
I saw the show, saw Major, surprised me. I was like, "What the heck? What's going on?"
So
we both get on as much as possible to watch the show. By the way, because we talk about it afterwards.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun, and the idea, and to the long time listeners and watchers, because we do put the audio out afterwards.
Yep.
This came out of you guys should do something more casual. So it was like, well, a weekly news magazine show would be a little more casual. It kind of writes itself. We don't have to be, we don't have to script it.
Yeah.
And this element, having people call in and be a part of the show, this is something that we've been looking forward to doing for a long time. So having both you guys here is completely and utterly welcomed. Love it, love it, love it.
Awesome.
Hey,
it's always been a lot of fun.
Yeah, Wes, any place we can go to get a hat like that?
So this is a one-off. I am working on this. We have the design. For this one, unfortunately, because our merch shop is on TeePublic, we don't hold any stock. For this one, I will have to have them custom made and have to get stock and mail it out to you. But hold fast, I'm working on it.
Cool.
Is in the works.
It is, yeah.
That's awesome. So you guys, I've simply been stuck in the world of Baldur's Gate 3. I just got it.
Well done.
Can't rip myself away from it. Wish I hadn't bought it.
Oh, really? So are you playing it? Are you playing it on Steam or are you playing it on PlayStation?
On Steam.
Okay, so Larian is saying it's Larian, right? Who's making that game? they're saying that it's coming to Xbox before the end of the year. I'm hoping.
They keep saying that, yeah.
The issue apparently is that the split screen co-op they're having a hard time getting that work on the Xbox hardware. I hope that they can get past that.
I heard something about split screen or something that it's not working out quite right on the S series.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that because I read something that they may end up dropping it from Xbox altogether, and it's like, but wait, I can actually get and play video games with my wife if they do that. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that they do port it completely over. I, on the other hand, am lost in Starfield. I've been completely enjoying that. It's not Baldur's
that's
Gate,
what ripped me away. That's what ripped me away from Starfield. That was the only thing.
Baldur's Gate. But I've been very much enjoying that.
I actually picked up the one of my kids' Switches.
Oh, did you?
I played Friday the 13th.
Oh, cool.
I figured I better download it before they get rid of all the
that's
online content.
That's the one from the guys that did the Batman games.
Yep.
I watch a guy on TikTok streaming that. Playing it.
You just walk around slaughtering, teenagers.
Love it.
That's cool. That's cool.
Love it. Yeah, I've been
all right, guys.
I've been playing Security Breach.
Cool.
Sorry, guys. Just wanted to say hi. And Mage, what's up? Wanted to say hi too. And,
who's this? I'm sorry, caller, go ahead.
John Cena, I believe.
Listen, don't forget, now that I've got Major and Paul here, don't forget, head over to the Reflex Point YouTube channel. You'll see there's some content there that we all worked on really hard. It was a lot of fun. If you're a Robotech fan, I'm sure you will enjoy it as much as we had fun making it. So go over there and support those guys. They deserve all that they can get.
Well, thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you, Paul. We'll talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, that was a pleasant surprise.
Oh, we missed one from Red.
Oh, Red. Felix the cat, man.
Felix the cat.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to go that far back. What was the other one?
Toonsis the driving cat?
No, there was another one.
The
Fritz the cat.
The Fritz, the porn cat.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I can't put Fritz in the same camp as Garfield and Heathcliff.
No.
Why not?
They might not mix well. This next one's though is a bit of a mixing. Who's up for a Deadpool Flash crossover?
I saw this. I watched this commercial.
This is a fun commercial.
By the way, Grant Gustin looks like a man now.
He does. He's grown up.
Doesn't look like a boy there.
Well, 10 years being a hero will do that to you. I guess.
He looks like a man with the shaggy hair and the beard. That does it. The beard. By the way, beards make everything better.
They do.
They do.
All right, whatever, guys. You can grow beards. We get it.
But Ryan Reynolds and Grant Gustin appear in this new commercial that features him playing a character named where is it here?
Seymour
Royas.
Seymour Royas.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Royas. But Ryan Reynolds, he's just getting little jabs in, like, it'll get done in a flash.
Will it get done in a flash?
It's very speedy.
Yeah, it's
and then
cute.
It ends with him saying, "You'll always be my Barry."
Yeah, and then Grant says,
he fires back,
"You'll always be my Hal."
He's like, "Ouch." Yeah,
that's cool though.
Yeah, it's cool. A great little commercial.
Would you say 9 seasons of The Flash?
9 seasons, yeah.
Wow.
Well, 9 seasons plus the one intro one on Arrow.
So that's true.
Technical 10.
The soft pilot.
Intro. Yeah.
I got to be honest. I did not see it through to the end.
I did.
It lost me after a while. But that was very funny. Did we have a link to that?
No, we don't.
That's okay.
Just
it's easy.
Look it up.
It's easy enough to find.
MNTN on X.
Did you guys watch the 90s Flash show?
With John Wesley Shipp. I watched it, yeah.
Some episodes. I
some
haven't
of
watched
it,
it all yet.
I enjoyed it.
It was all right. The big muscle suit was I'm sure he was hot as hell wearing that thing. But...
Right. Good thing to watch before Wings, though. So
before Wings. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, listen, we've hit that point in the show again where we're right here at the end. It's that time again where Andy's out in the aisles. He's hunting for you and me, so you can save a few dollars with this week's toy hunting at Dollarama tip.
Yep.
What do you got this week?
This week actually comes from 2 different folks. One of them, I lost the name. I'm sorry, but Anyway, and the other comes from friend of the show, Morgan.
Oh,
in
Morgan
Peterborough.
Donaldson. Yeah.
This week we've got Star Wars: The Vintage Collection retro Mandalorian figures,
Which we were talking about much earlier, but yeah.
popping up for $5 each. Regular retail anywhere between $19.99 and $23.99, where you go find them,
Depending on where you're looking.
Amazon, Toys R Us, whatever. But 75% off. And then the other one from Morgan, the Star Wars Porg on board.
Porg on board. When I saw that originally, I'm like, Porg on a board? What is this, like a joke about eating them?
No, it's like the Porg, baby on board.
Yeah,
Porg
Porg on board.
comes with a plush Porg and a little sticker as well. Going for $5, retails for $24.99. Right now it's on sale on Amazon.
I'm not
for
gonna
18,
lie,
but
they're pretty cute.
yeah, who doesn't love a Porg?
All because they couldn't digitally remove that many puffins
Yep.
from the film shoot. But cool way to use them
Mm-hmm.
as Wookiee food. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's been another episode of Random Fandom Thursday. Join us next week as we're back to our regular time slot on Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern. Still working on a bunch of short stuff that we want to get working on. We're going back to some of our Fandom Power on location ideas. We just talking about
get them done.
Yeah, exactly. I will be working on. I've just prompted Hank to get some discussion going on which figures we want to open first for the new unboxing series, which I'm sure we'll have to come up with a pithy name for that one as well.
Unboxed.
I don't want to take away from Hank Unboxed.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to, maybe we can do something that's a little more different. Anyway, that's another time.
Yeah.
And before you know it, we'll be back with our next review series in the new year once we get back with the Bad Batch coming up here in 2024. And of course, we've got the Acolyte to look forward to and Skeleton Crew.
Yes.
And of course, anything else that we decide that we want to chew on between now and then. And I hope you guys had a great time. Again, if you want to be part of the show, you can always call us up and be part of the show in the live chat. Or just like Major did, maybe you get an invite right to the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll be back next week all together.
All right, everybody. Listen, until we meet again, and there will be another next time. My name is Wes.
I'm Andy.
And we'll catch you on the next one. And bye for now.